You can talk about eggs over the first 15 minutes of fun.
As you wish.
Go.
All right, well, there's no Phoenix, so unfortunately we won't be talking about eggs too much. We can force it, I suppose. We're going to game number 1 between NAVI and MOUZ. Both teams 2-1 here in this Swiss format. Do you like one lineup or the other? I mean, the Huskar last pick.
Yeah.
Not that it was a huge shock, but I mean, I feel like this is one of the most entertaining heroes to watch. So I'm never going to complain.
I'm just always happy if I don't have to see him in my games, but you can enjoy the misery of other people.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, the thing about Huskar is he is, as much as I like to talk about polarizing heroes, he's probably, you know, the one. Goodbye, Kaori.
Kaori looks to be dead. Zayats as well. Who goes first? It's going to be first blood going the way of Riddies. And PMA and Riddies also trying to run away. They take heavy damage, though. PMA is not going to be too happy with going to lane with
might
this
actually
little
die.
HP.
I think he's
Stormhammer is going to hit, but the hoof stomp at the same time. The whip as well. Now a blood grenade from Kaori. PMA ticking out and dead. Yamage gets credit for that one. So a 2-1 advantage for MOUZ. But I believe Navi is the one that got the first blood, right?
Yeah, Navi got first blood, but still easily a better trade for MOUZ, who also got 3 bounty runes. So. And on top of that, Centaur dying this late is really... It feels so bad to die as you're reaching the creep wave, because you know that in the time that you respawn, TP and run back to the wave, you effectively lost basically the entire wave. So if you're looking at the XP comparison between Ghost and PMA, Ghost is almost level 2, and PMA just got his second bit of experience there after the first blood. So he's quite far behind already. And that is very good news for Navi. What I was going to... Or excuse me, for MOUZ. What I was going to say is... I think Huskar in a game like this, the main thing I look for, there's 2 things with Huskar I look for. One, is his lane going to be a lane that he's supposed to win significantly? Like, we have games where Huskar just stomps the lane.
Yep.
I don't think you absolutely body quap, but I do think you win it. And then the other thing is, does the enemy team have burst? And for that question, not really. Like, the only burst you have here is Queen of Pain. Void is not a bursty hero until he gets many items.
Yeah.
Centaur is Magic Burst, which doesn't really work very well against Huskar. And the support duo of Shadow Demon Jakiro, Demonic Purge is very good, but you don't have... When you get Ags, SD's going to counter him super hard.
Yep.
But until then, I think it's a good Huskar game, and I think that's why Mid-One wanted to run it here. I think it ticked the boxes for what you want.
And if you get into the late game, Chrono typically can be good, of course, against Huskar, but you do have Box from Yamage as a potential save.
Demonic Purge will help against that one as well.
That's true.
Big part of the pick. But as we saw, Shadow Demon has a really bad win rate this tournament, so statistically speaking...
I mean, if you can get that Ags on Shadow Demon, we saw that the other day. That's pretty powerful.
That is indeed.
Against the Huskar.
That's probably all of his wins at the games where he got Ags, and then he lost all the other games.
Yeah, probably.
That'll be kind of funny.
Go first item, Brown Boots Ags.
So this is when this mid lane becomes awful. Is when you start seeing stuff like this, where mid-one is just boxing him out. Actually, forcing him to blink in between the waves to pull creeps here. How often do you see Quap pull waves?
Yeah, that's...
And mid-one is going to try to connect said waves, so this will be a fun little cue the Benny Hill theme as we'll be running Niku toward his own base. Dodging the first impalement
This is really strange.
He can't TP out until he blinks.
Yeah, there's the blink.
I mean, he's losing the lane really hard now.
Yeah, this is pretty rough stuff. Gets whipped. Doesn't even have mana to TP right now.
He was hoping Niku was TP. If Niku was TPing there and got cancelled, that would have been like a game-losing moment.
For sure.
So would have been so bad.
He does eventually TP back to base, but that means, you know, full solo XP for mid-one in the mid lane.
Yeah. Quap is going to return to this lane and be against a level 5 Huskar as a just having broken level 4 Quap. And you can see mid-one is already preparing for perfect lane placement. This is where Huskar is at his best, when the waves connect just above the stairs, so you can completely leverage the ability to not take aggro with Burning Spear. Of course, part of what makes this matchup extra bad for Quap is you can't use Shadow Strike, because he just runs Cauterize, so he's just going to remove it and get healed.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, typically, I mean, at least back in the day, damage over time can be pretty annoying for for the likes of Huskar with the armlet toggling, but this facet kind of nullifies that completely.
He is insanely good against Jakiro compared to what he used to be.
Yeah.
Because Jakiro just puts so many debuffs on you that Cauterize becomes crazy. If you get Liquid Fire and Dual Breath,
yeah, the shard.
Is it 3 or 4 debuffs?
Well, Dual Breath is 2, isn't it?
Dual Breath is 2, and Liquid Fire is 1.
Yeah, and then the Ice.
So if you also have the shard, then it's 4.
Yeah.
But even just the 3 is a lot for Cauterize. You get a very big heal.
Yep, no doubt. So, good start for mid 1. Question is, can Niku have some sort of an avenue to come back? I mean, when you watch the Huskar mids, how active do you like them to be? Like, at what point do they start participating?
I think some games you get armlet, you go and look for a fight and take an objective. Other games you just keep farming. I think it's hard to give a standardized answer.
He's found out by Niku, so Niku forced to rotate and actually works out to his advantage, and now they can kind of body Boom a bit. 1 versus 3. Will there be teleportations? Boom just hits level 4, gets the spear onto the Jakiro. Kaori TP's in as well. Boom, though, taking the brunt of the damage, tries to go for the rebuke, and Niku actually dies to the fatal bonds. Ends up not being worth it for him.
They'll get a second one as well here. Just needs to hit the arts.
Gonna try to go for the deny and is not successful. So Kaori with a double kill on the Warlock. Yikes.
Really
for
nice,
Navi.
really nice fatal bonds. And yeah, Warlock has 5 charges on the Grimoire. Minute 6. This is going to be one of those games where you can just activate Grimoire and take a tower potentially when it comes off cooldown. How much experience is it he gets? 200 per, so already 1,000 experience stored.
Well, Ghost getting gone on in a 1 versus 2. This would be a very, very needed kill for Navi. Ghost heads to the north, though. Looks like he has the distance. Well,
gonna be a
bit annoying.
And this, I really like this rotation from Navi. Or excuse me, from MOUZ. I don't know why I keep calling MOUZ Navi today. But bringing both supports mid to the Huskar here to ensure this tower kill. A really nice and very natural move. You already just killed Heroes top and you were covering the 6-minute rune. And then you can just rotate in here and use the siege creep to your advantage. It's forcing out
at the very least gets the deny. Armlet very close for mid 1.
This is a great timing.
Anytime Niku goes for a single last hit, he gets down to half HP.
He's 6 now, though. Oh, okay.
Yep, gets off the life real
big.
quick. All right, Sonic Wave desperately needed, like we said, for Navi. And Niku with the solo experience.
Not sure why he insta-TP'd to base, though. He had 1 burning spear on him. But playing it safe, that's half of Huskar is the mental game.
That's true.
It's a bit unnecessary. And there's the book from Kaori. Gets level 6 at 7:30.
Not bad.
He is showing it, though.
Yeah.
Which is not ideal. Walks over to take the Watcher. If they paid attention there, they would know that there's a Golem, and now, in turn, this makes this rotation all the more obvious. With the ward now planted by Riddies, they confirm it as well. So God the Juice will be cognizant that there's probably going to be a Arena Golem play coming his way.
Got the Juice, has got the info, so likely not to die. And yeah, that's a lot of that. I mean, typically you want to wait until the last moment to pop the Grimoire as a surprise tactic, so not going to get that advantage. Zayat's able to snag the shield rune, though. So Navi staying afloat despite what looked like it could have been a snowball effect in favor of MOUZ.
It's the classic Huskar. You get ahead in the lane, but the 1 death negates almost everything. Like he's 250 gold ahead of Niku, and their experience is on par.
Buff Stomp from the side. PMA is there. TP support on the way. Stampede gonna slow him to a crawl. Actually gets blocked in. The box comes out. It's a nice save from Yamich.
It's the arts.
No
as well.
deaths, but successful defense technically from MOUZ.
It's good.
There's the first golem used just to push this tower.
It's really good for Navi to force this rotation, though. It's going to open up this play up top now. Boom can't really get help from his supports because they already TP'd down bottom.
Yeah, he's has the rebuke. Not going to bother with the arena. So 4 against 1, not fair as Navi doing more than staying afloat, getting back in this game.
Yeah, this is pretty good news for them, given the outlook on the game. I do feel that if this goes, you know, relatively late, the game goes from, in my eyes, a good Huskar game to just an okay one. Later down the line, when Void is big enough, when Shadow Demon has Ags, I think you're going to be in serious trouble as the side of MOUZ. Also, considering the Void versus Sven matchup, also in my eyes gets more and more lopsided. Obviously, in the earlier, or especially in the mid game, Sven actually has a quite good matchup against Void in my eyes. One of the heroes that can burst him so fast that you can't really leverage Time Walk, but the Dire lineup is just so good late game. Co-op also scales like a monster.
Kaori able to deny the Arcane Rune, surprisingly enough. So no action will come to be. Mid one has the armlet, and we'll be going for some lifesteal. So what do you want to see as this main second item? Because we saw a little variation the other day that you weren't personally a fan of. We're going to see the arena in the bot side of the map. PMA left alone and dead to Boom.
I would like to see mid one go, well, right now, not Ags, but I think third item, so...
Blink Ags?
It's a pretty good BKB game, no? I guess you could even buy Glimmer here, too. But he's just going his standard Sange. He did this the other game that we cast. He went Armlet Sange into BKB, and I felt like his BKB was too late that game. In this one, it's less important. So I'm a bigger fan of the Sange this time than last time around, but I don't know. I'm also I'm not exactly a Huskar specialist. This is one of those heroes where I think you have to play a decent amount of games to really feel just how big the impact is of something like the additional regen from getting the Sange.
Yeah, you have to be a real sicko.
Yeah. Yeah, Quinn likes this hero, as I found out. He thinks it's really fun.
Yeah, not surprising.
So he wasn't only playing it in Pro because he thought he was winning with it, which is
He hates Pango, though, right? Surely.
Actually thinks Huskar is fun, which my respect for him. He dropped a little bit in my reputation charts when he let that out, but... Everybody has their quirks.
I know you can't have any less respect for me. I actually think he's fun, too.
To play him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Viper as well.
Unsurprising. Yeah. Well, if we wanna equalize a little bit, I love playing Venno.
Yep, that's enough.
And Necrophos.
Necro's awesome. Love him.
All right, another Golem used.
Yep. So not being used for anything other than the push at this point. Mid one. And the thing is, we talked about it and you saw it on screen. One thing he does have to worry about is that Sonic Wave when armlet toggling. But they get the tower uncontested. 2K lead for MOUZ. And for Navi, this is kind of wait and see how fast Got the Juice can farm. He went for the Helm of the Dominator. We'll be going for the Maelstrom into Mjolnir, into BKB, it seems.
Yeah, pretty standard.
So one of these late game type carries that just needs some time to get online.
Yeah, and I think that's an added benefit to considering Aghanims next on the Huskars, that you can really set the tempo. Sure, you're playing into Disruption, but I do think you can really force the issues out.
Chronosphere into the Macro Pyre. They might be able to get two. No, it's just going to be the one. As speaking of one, mid one shows up. Arena, and no cancellation in time. So all they can farm is the Wild Wing Ripper. All this rotation really for nothing on MOUZ's side.
Your sand is in the bottom of the glass. I've never heard that voice line before. Nico?
Oh, Wheel of Wonder does not look... Okay, he does. Ghost. Gets the very important kill.
Got some tip in here. I feel like they don't tip this much that often.
They don't tip this much that often.
There's a little bit of some pub drama that we're unaware of. At least got the...
Isn't there always?
Tip Boom twice. Isn't there always? Well, not always.
You don't think so?
I mean, in this tournament so far, this stands out to me. In the games we've cast, we haven't had that many tips.
No, I'm saying there's always drama.
Oh, well, yeah, but our previous series haven't had it. AKA, you're wrong.
I don't know. We saw a lot of Poogie stickers. That could have a hidden meaning we don't know about.
That's
oh,
true.
God, I'm sounding like an old man all of a sudden. Oh,
right. Goodness. It's the morning. Gotta get warmed up. Classic Shadow Demon stacking stats here.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty even for the two teams, a bit more on the side of MOUZ. This will be really nice for Niku.
Zayats took a lot of those. Goodness.
Hasn't queued up his item yet on Zayats. This is the concern that I maybe have for Navi, is that Zayats, the way he plays for this team, when does he get Ags?
Yeah.
I think he's very selfless as a 4 compared to other teams. So some of the time it does mean later item timings, and in this game, I would say the biggest item of the entire game will be his Ags.
Oh, the arena comes out, but Niku avoids it, so it's just a Jakiro that MOUZ will claim.
All that much with this big of a rotation, I think that's completely fine for Navi. It's a good death.
Niku working on the Kayat, now that he has the Dagon.
Is Niku the youngest player of the tournament? Crossed my mind. I guess he's generally, is he 17 now, 16?
I can check for you, Cinderman.
Might just be the youngest player present. Obviously, Navi's current team.
He is 16.
16.
Okay, I didn't realize he was that. I thought he was like 18 or something.
Navi,
Jeez.
I think Navi took Zayats out of the equation easily, the youngest average team in like the top echelon of Dota. Zayats is pulling up the average age by like 3 years in that team. Doesn't mean no offense by that age. It's a great thing.
Boom. He's caught off guard. This is the entirety of Navi. We see a Chronosphere onto 2 that can be able to clean up the Mars quite easily. Bash onto Kaori. He's not going to be able to do much. So 2 dead right off the bat. And Ghost, this is a bigger kill if they can cancel this TP. And the Sonic Wave comes out, but it's not enough. Just in time for Ghost to get back to base. But at the very least for Navi, they get the 2 kills and the tower as well.
So that's a great payoff from a 16-minute chrono. Generally doesn't get much bigger than 2 kills into a tower at this stage. We're still in the infancy of Void's overall strength in the game, so see that 1500 net worth swing plus the tower is basically the entire lead gone.
Yeah.
That it's going to be a while before Ghost wants to contribute all that much. Zayats will be helpful and bring the action to him. Very deep for a ward there.
PMA getting closer to a pipe. And another arena from Boom, seemingly using this off cooldown. A nice spear. Going to be set up with the life break and the Wheel of Wonder. It takes a while for him to look into the eyes of the demonic creature that is Ringmaster, but PMA does take a tumble. Blink Dagger for Yamich now. So has the blink save possibility. And this is going to be a Roche attempt from MOUZ, and it looks to be a freebie.
Yeah, there's no chrono. So that's the price you pay. You're giving up quite a bit of map control with the Dire lineup when Sonic and Chrono are down. You just don't have that much in the tank, and mid one will gladly take this. Is opting to finish Sanj and Yasha. I did not think he was going to do that.
Interesting.
Because in reality, what are you really mitigating with
Hoof Stomp, and that's an Ice Path?
Yeah.
Like, you don't care about the things you can dispel, like
Bash.
Shadow Strike. Sure. But Chrono's still going to get you. That's... Huh. That is weird.
Hey, there's like hundreds of Huskar players out there watching the stream that are like, you're an idiot. This is the most obvious Sanj and Yasha game ever. I just don't see it, but it's fine. I think what's going to be more telling is the next item. It's like, do you go Dagger? Do you go Ags? Do you go Beacon? I think one of those 3 probably going to be his choice. It's pretty standard and a relatively safe prediction. Unless he wants to go Satanic now, which is also a possibility. Because
I thought he already had a Morbid Mask. I guess he changed his mind.
Yeah, he changed earlier.
Riddies spotted, is shanked from behind. Ghost comes in as well. The cleanup crew for MOUZ. Aegis for 3 minutes, 50 seconds. What can MOUZ get out of it? Boom, looking for a connection. Fiori has the Chaotic Offering as well. Nobody really in this vicinity, though.
It is time to play around the Huskar more and more, though. So At this Aegis, this is one of those heroes where you really don't want to just spend it farming. You've got to exert some pressure on the map, and the ideal scenario for MOUZ is probably finding a smoke play where they kill either Quap or Void and then take a tier 2. I don't think you can really bite over more than that right now, but smoke's not on the cards right now anyway. They have all their abilities, so they're definitely ready to fight, but perhaps this is what they're waiting for. Ghost finishing BKB.
Yeah.
It's not far off, just a few hundred, but there it is.
Yep, Arena with the Wheel of Wonder, Stormhammer, as well as the Life Break. It's enough. Got the juice, is dead. As PMA and company attempting to get out of dodge. They have the Stampede, so they will likely be able to get out in mass, although PMA ends up going the wrong way. Ghost finishes them off, so double kill for the Sven. They have tons of disable, showing that in full force here against Got the Juice.
That was pretty much exactly what the doctor ordered. The Void kill into tower? Unless they don't go for the tower. Huh, they're actually...
Torment.
Oh, Torm's up, what am I saying? It's 20 minutes. Good heavens, look at the time. Yep, he is going Satanic straight away. I don't mind it. I think when you do go for the Sanjin Yasha, it is a little bit of a tell. So my favorite items here would be that or Ags, but they serve a different purpose. Ags, if you feel like the lockdown and the overall control of Void or Quap is really important, but you are playing against SD, it's a pretty nice counter against Stampede as well to have Ags on Huskar. But with the Satanic, he's going to be much more difficult for them to deal with. It's a secondary Dispel, so he has that and Cauterize. And as we've already established, Navi not too big in the burst damage department outside of Quap, so you're likely to get value out of your Satanic on the Huskar. And this game state all of a sudden now for MOUZ looks a lot better. That was pretty much a 5k move that they just pulled.
Not MMR.
No. Oh no, well, I think 5k Huskar is generally going armlet Sanjin Yasha though. In every game, regardless of context.
You think that's true?
I wouldn't
love
be
their
surprised.
Ags. They love their Ags.
Well, I think you're the better judge of this.
Yes, probably.
You're
Second item Ags.
you are closer to that number.
The 5k, I'll take it at this point. Mid one gets the tier 2.
I'm more of a turbo enjoyer these days.
Oh yeah, turbo's great. You get the late game beauty without the early game annoyance.
When is it you get tier 5 neutrals in turbo?
30.
Yeah, that's why you love it.
Of course.
That's why you play it. You play it. If tier 5 neutrals hadn't been in Dota, you would have quit the game. It's the one thing that keeps you going.
I don't know, the new tier 5s aren't that exciting if I'm being honest. This is a lot of damage to this tier 3. Aegis about to expire in 15.
Squeezed about as much out of it as you could. That was nice.
Yeah, they've gotten a decent amount out of the map. You can't be too sad about it if you're a MOUZ fan. And Navi, we'll see if they want to get aggressive knowing that this Aegis is about to go bye-bye.
Do you think Zayats is making a mistake here going solar? I feel like Ags is just too good of a pickup
It's
here.
crazy good. I mean, did he get a greedy item? He did. A greedy enchantment, Tumblr's toy.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, solar is such a standard and stable item. It's never going to be bad to get it, but
it just sets you back on the Ags, which is
it makes the Ags
condition.
significantly delayed. So the trade-off that you're taking is, will this solar swing a fight? Because if it doesn't, you would have rather been close to Ags.
Yep.
Look at the total cost of the 2 items. You would have been about 2/3 of the way to that Ags now. And we talked about the counter to Huskar with it, which is one thing. It's also insanely good against Sven.
Yep.
To have the 2 charges, just completely nullify him in the fight. It's also good against Mars, then he can't use his Bulwark.
Yeah, I mean, it's a top 10 Ags in the game for a reason, Cinderin.
Yeah. Yeah, you should update your tier list. It's been a long time.
It has been, but...
Curious what the turbo Ags list looks like. It's, I guess you get to see a lot of Ags in turbo because people get by it.
Mid one. Doesn't need an Aegis to continue pushing. Look at that win probability. This is...
I mean, Huskar is not that far ahead for a 24-minute game.
It's just that they've been on the aggressive as Navi biding their time.
Yeah.
Of course, with the Faceless Void, we know how monstrous that hero can be.
The reason this feels like a 50-50 to an algorithm, which I would of course understand, is one mistake from Radiant. That's what Huskar games are traditionally like. It's at a pro level, you're kind of sitting on a knife's edge unless you're very far ahead, where one mess up, it's also always going to like. We know that Dota Plus really likes Faceless Void and Enigma, like these big late game ultis, because the average Dota game that it pulls stats from, whatever that is, will be less well executed than the average pro game, obviously. And if this were a pub game, I would think the Dire were in a much better position than they are in a pro game, because you just, if it's a pub game, MOUZ are bound to make a little bit of a mistake at some point. Huskar overstepping, or a little bit of miscommunication or misspell casts one time. The Dire get their next line of items, and then...
Or somebody just breaking their items,
That's
running
of
down
course
mid.
true, but that should be even odds for both teams if it's a pub. Of course, the team that you're on yourself should have better odds, but if you're having a bad day, I know you're not afraid of a little bit of... What's the word Jenkins likes to use for this? Whenever he plays with lyrical. What is it? Devastation.
Yeah.
Yes. 10 seconds until earliest Roche spawn. Let's see what we get blessed with for either team. I think if Navi could choose, they would like this to be a slow respawn. They don't mind. Well, good for them. It's close to max. Top 15 percentile, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, the lead is not growing, so it being static is definitely a good thing for Navi.
This is a big timing for Huskar, though. This 5K lead is going to feel bigger and smaller at different times. Right now, it is a strong lead because we just finished the Satanic, so this is something that we maybe don't focus on enough when we watch Pro Dota and talk about it, is the net worth lead is one thing, but the bigger thing is how much of it is active net worth. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So right now, let's say you're 5K up, of which Ringmaster has 1,000 in the bank, Sven has 1,300 in the bank. But aside from that, every other gold piece basically on the side of MOUZ is in use. So you're 5K up, of which 2K, let's say, is in the bank. And then on the Navi side, you have a lot of gold in the bank. Centaur has 2.2k, Void has 2.1k, Shadow Demon has about 1,000. So in reality, you're probably almost 10k up right now.
Right.
In item value. And that's going to shift very soon. Centaur's 50 away from the blink. Then he realizes the value of his inventory. The Void, however, his steps are pretty big because he's going for ambitious items. So this is going to take a while before he cashes out now. None of the smaller components really is that game-changing in, say, whether he goes Butterfly or Scotty. The payoff for these items is only really upon completion. So
Talisman has some good value, I would think, but he's not going to go for it.
He's not going to buy that first. I guess, I mean, technically, this is a game where it's somewhat interesting against Sven and Huskar. I wouldn't mind it, but...
But we know these carries, Sinner, they're very greedy.
Yeah.
You can't farm better with the Talisman. It's got to be the Eagle song.
This is unrelated, but I just thought about it since I saw Faceless Void's talents. Do you think Valve will and or should change talents that are so bad that they get bypassed on a pro level for stats consistently?
I mean the level 10.
The first row for Void is so bad compared to so many other heroes. More often than not, we just see it not picked. Like, you take stats the whole way over this. Is that, do you think that's a good balancing factor that keeps the hero in check, that it's not even good enough to take it? Or, I mean, because I personally would like talents to be something you... It's nice you have the option to bypass it and take stats, don't get me wrong, but I feel like if you do it consistently, I would rather the hero got the talents to... You know, got some buffs on that and then got some slight nerfs elsewhere, because it's more interesting. I think talents are interesting.
Yeah, of course.
So, but
goes without saying.
All right. Well, what would you change then for Void?
You mean with the talent?
Yeah. Do you think he should get different ones, or do you think it's just a numbers thing?
I mean,
I think conceptually the first row, I mean, obviously with high enough numbers, anything's going to be good. But
yeah, I was going to say, you can just keep power creeping it.
Yeah.
Daedalus up and running. That's a big one for Ghost. This is you just talked about Mid one picked up Satanic, so this is huge power spikes.
It's a massive timing. They're just waiting for Roche, though. But I think if they get this Aegis for free, high ground is definitely on the cards. As we already established, the top tower is on 10% HP.
Riddies. Okay. Wants to try to delay, burns a couple of creeps in the process.
Good Riddies.
Yeah, indeed.
As they say. 30 seconds for Stone Guy.
Mid one going for a heart. How many heroes buy heart these days? Like, even
not many.
Centaur doesn't buy it.
Yeah, including Huskar. Huskar also doesn't buy it, so. But mid one is just tripling down. I think the rationale here is, because some games on Huskar you would buy something like AC, right, and get armor, but the enemy team just has so much magic damage and a bit of pure that raw HP and sustain. I like the heart here. I think it's a really nice choice, and outside of the norm for sure.
I feel like we'd see more overwhelming blinks before we even see heart, right?
Yeah. He's trying to make the equation unsolvable for Navi in terms of damage. They're going to have to deal with Cauterize, Satanic, and the passive regen and the health pool of Heart. And he's just daring them, saying, you guys can't get enough damage. As pointed out here by the observers, really good vision control right now for MOUZ in the region. They have been preparing for this Roche for a while, and Navi have been preparing to stay the fuck away and give it over to mid one. And high ground has to be... I mean... if he waits for Heart, how much time would he have left in the Aegis? Like maybe 2 minutes? Because he's already almost halfway there. That's a little bit of an optimistic point of view. 40%?
Yeah, but considering you just hit these power spikes recently, Navi
just go.
have not been hitting their power spikes.
No. Yeah,
although
you can easily get next item syndrome. Like, close to next thing.
Got the Juice is pretty close, though, to Butterfly. Only 300 away.
Yeah, they're definitely going to try to stall for that.
This tower is down. Another deny for Niku. Navi biding their time. He's got the Juice, is super close to this Butterfly. Like we said, he's going to go for one more camp. No, he actually has it now. And this range barracks might be conceded, but we've learned that it doesn't really matter until the melee drops. And a mid one focusing on said building. So Navi, can they find the angle? We can see that Got the Juice is still not coming. We see the arena come out. He's finally going to be able to TP the BKB from Boom. A lot of damage being applied to the Centaur, though. As Mid One and company, they do get the kill. Mid One's actually going to live through the Sonic Wave as Got the Juice focusing right now onto Boom. Gets the kill, going for the bash. Chronosphere does not hit the Sven, but he's still going to be able to clean up Ghost. And now the focus on the Huskar. That'll be death number 1. And with very little to work with on MOUZ's side, can they get him out? Mid One with the life break on to Niku, but the Stampede to come with the pipe to fall. That's a lot of mitigation against Mid One, and now he's fighting for his life. 1 versus 3, not gonna happen. Successful defense for Navi. Now Kaori will be slowed by the Shadow Strike. This should be 4 kills on the Navi side. A great defense. Not even going, the chrono wasn't even needed to be perfect.
No. And this is easy to say in hindsight with the info that we have, but I don't think that is a jump Mars should have made. I don't think you hard commit everything onto Centaur because you're effectively giving Navi the fight conditions that they want. You're going on the tankiest hero, you need to commit a lot of resources on him, and he has buyback, which you don't know that part, but even if he doesn't, I can't say I really love it. I understand maybe they just wanted to start the fight, but there was a different approach to this. You could not go. Huskar was in no danger. And you kind of, the best type of fight that you can get as MOUZ is where Navi have to go on the Huskar first and start burning key cooldowns to get the Aegis out of the way. Instead, you present your lineup in such a fashion that, like you said, this chrono isn't even that great, but it's zoning off everybody else at the very least. You're almost initiated for them. So, I don't, just for the record, I don't mind Mars initiating a fight there. I just think that was the one hero you don't do it on.
And the fact that Navi didn't have to pop pipe until this point?
Yeah.
What the hell? They had it the whole time.
Oh, as soon as Ghost is in there and onto a target, you just need to outlast him. That was a really, really big moment. And now Navi find more damage. Nice box, bro. Go Zayats.
And Navi now in the driver's seat, it seems.
For sure. 2k up might not sound like much, but given the lineups and the nature of this game, Void being 3k up on Sven is kind of crazy when you think about it. Yeah, that's a... I agree with the sentiment. I think it's a 2-1 for them now. Like this last 10 minutes was when it was going to get really scary, and they weathered the storm. They gave away that one Aegis, and then they just held their high ground. And now, realistically speaking, I don't think MOUZ can really threaten high ground again until the next Aegis. And with every passing Aegis, Navi's lineup gets just stronger by the minute. Zayat's now with a dagger, just won't get the axe. We talk it up so much, and he doesn't care. He's getting the utility instead.
Well, an MKB up for Ghost, so some way to get through the evasion of Got the Juice.
Not going to get through the 25 talent, though. And yes, that is worth looking ahead at already, because I think it's going to be in play the next time Roche is up. So... And another problem for Sven in this type of game now is, where do you go from here? The matchup, like, you can only grow so much. And I just think Sven's matchups in this game are not good in the late game. I think Shadow Demon is a great counter, both offensively and defensively. Jakiro is actually quite annoying, because you have to pop BKB preventatively, and as soon as BKB is out, Jakiro kind of owns you as a support. Just all the attack speed slows, the ice path as well. So maybe you have to just get Refresher on Ghost, but he's going Satanic first. He's got some ground to cover. Still kind of blown away that Void is this rich.
Hey, it's Got the Juice, man.
Yep. Helm of the Dawn, baby. Mid one.
Something like that. Macro Pyre, that's an Aghanim Scepter, actually. Marth with a nice spear, but Got the Juice. We'll time walk some of that off. Gets the Chronosphere now onto 2. Yamich destroyed. Mid one already died. And another core bites the dust for MOUZ. Kind of a casual fight for Na'Vi. Weren't really in any trouble at all. Now Disruption will find yet another support in the form of the Warlock. And now Na'Vi in a very good position, as Ghost has to hightail back to base.
This is minimum 1 lane.
They don't really have creeps nearby. Oh, I guess on the tier 2 top.
Surprised to see Quap TP away here, but maybe they just feel like they're so far ahead that Quap doesn't even need to help and be present for the push. But given the deaths on these multiple MOUZ heroes in the buyback status that they obviously don't know for a fact, I think Navi could have maybe pushed for a bit more than this, but they'll take the...
I mean, they still had the Fortify for the tier 2, so that's a lot of Fortifies to get through.
Yeah, I think if they hard committed to instantly go and push top, though, they could have forced at least a glyph on the tier 3. But regardless, as we're seeing the replay here, it's a nice spear and it's a nice combo, but they don't fully land it with the Wheel of Wonder. And if Got the Juice gets just a moment to get anything off, they're screwed. 25 around the corner now. Got a lot faster than I thought it would. That fight obviously accelerates things. And yeah, they get the tier 2. No damage on the tier 3 is the silver lining here for MOUZ. It could have gone a little bit further, but regardless, Navi can just farm until they have Chrono again and try to pull the same move. One akin to it. They got with the Wisdom Steal as well, even more of an XP lead. Oh, their support's almost both level 18.
Oh, Miku, he's found out. Hex from Boom, Spear, now the connection from Ghost. It should be enough. Oh! Actually gets healed in the last second. He's going to be able to blink away. Oh my god, he finally dies, but that was super close.
He had a big Lotus. I think they didn't account for that at all. They do find it, okay.
It takes a lot, but they get him down for 80 seconds now, so Navi do have to be a bit careful.
If MOUZ are lucky, this is a fast Roche, because then if they identify it immediately, they can effectively force a 4v5. Honestly, though, I don't know if they win the 4v5. Which might sound crazy without the Quap, but you used so much for that kill. You used Wheel, you used God Strength. I don't know. It is actually a fast Roche.
Yeah, Navi.
If they were on the spot here, but yeah, you can see Navi aren't that scared. They're still moving out on the map as 4. They recognize as well with God Strength down, Sven is only half a hero, so they want to control this area and make sure that MOUZ do not pull a free Roche. 10 seconds until the spawn. Are they going to see it? They're scouting out with Ice Path for now. So unfortunately for them, going to fade just before Roche spawns up, so they don't know.
Yeah, if MOUZ can somehow, some way get this Roche.
I think they can't win without it.
Yeah, it's
so
required.
If this Roche goes Navi's way, this is like a, I don't know, almost 9-10 game for me. You cannot give this one up.
Well, now that Niku is back up and running, Navi's going to go for a smoke play.
Did you mention PMA has the cart?
I did not, thank you.
He has the cart.
There we go.
That's very good against Sven. It's good against Huskar.
It's good against everyone.
Anybody else get initiated on? Oh, he has the berry.
He's the shield rune as well. Okay, Yamich. Well, he boxes himself. He healed up a decent amount, but the Macroplier actually being used just to ensure the Ringmaster dies. 50 seconds. Does have buyback if they want to try to make a play there.
PMA's just relentless.
The Hex initiation, mid one. And PMA super fine. Chronosphere used, forgot the juice. They know that there's no box to come, but the buyback comes out, but it's not in time. Mid one already dead, and Ghost is melting inside this arena. And got the juice, just getting through everybody. And this should do it, honestly. Navi just rolling over MOUZ after a very long and hard-fought game. There's just only so much you can do with this lineup.
Yeah, they bid their time. They knew exactly what they were getting themselves into with their lineup and what needed to happen. And this is...
They're having to go for the melee so that there's no refresh on the fortification, although they haven't even used it yet. Tier 4, #1 is down. They're just going to call it GG. Yep. So game 1 goes to Navi. Very well played from, honestly, both sides. MOUZ played it quite well in the early to mid game, but that one push in that top lane for the high ground, that felt like the game.
I got a little fun fact for you at the end of this game.
I'm sure it's really fun.
The last pick Huskar and
Suns fan and Cinderin.
Thank you very much. Man, that makes me miss StarCraft quite a bit, Cinderman. I'm also happy to see Underlord.
Yeah.
Even though playing it, I think, is quite boring. Usually a lot of auras, but the things that he provides are really cool. Richard brought up the Pit of Malice, being able to have that global presence with your ability that you created and they didn't get credit for. Fiend's Gate, Cinderin. You still bitter about that one?
No. I never was.
You sure?
Yeah. It's good. It's if you think back to old Underlord, it definitely made the hero a lot more interesting to watch and play, giving him that Fiend's Gate. The global presence in this game, I think it's kind of interesting when you look at how MOUZ's lineup works. It's very on the nose 5-man, right? Warlock, Tide, Lone, and Lesh. They want to ball up and get stuff done, which makes an ability like Fiend's Gate a little bit worse in the sense that, well, if they're not playing split, are you going to fight the ganks? But at the same time, well, if they're going to force fights under your tower, you know you can count on Underlord to always show up.
Yep.
And if he's going to buy, let's say, I don't know, maybe do you buy Pipe here? It's not the best Pipe game ever. It's good against Pulse Nova and Lightning Storm. That's kind of it. But what I wanted to focus on a little bit more than getting ahead of ourselves with the mid game is, will Navi enforce support matchups? Because Jakiro is extremely good against Tusk, and Ench against Warlock is nice too. You can dispel the Shadow Word. So if they can successfully place these supports, regardless of where they end up going from the side of MOUZ, if they can mirror them correctly, I think Navi will have a very nice laning stage here. The bot lane, Lone Druid should just be free farming. And so should Underlord. I think you're kind of just trading here. Once Underlord gets a couple of levels at least, then it should be quite nice and easy. And you see it right there. Immediately dispels the Shadow Word on Kaori and starts trading here. And Zayas will just out-trade the Warlock every time. Can even when you get level 2, you know, you have a heal, he doesn't. It's quite easy to win that.
So this lane, panel is talking about it, might be a bit of a tough one for Niku. Do you think that is the case? And at what point does it become hard? Really hard? Or is it already there?
Not yet. The main thing you need to do as a melee hero in many matchups against Leshrac, you just need to be really cognizant about the creep status. The way you die here is that you try to last hit when you have one creep left in the lane, and then Lesh just runs at you with Edict and kills you. But if you play around that, I honestly think you can stay somewhat decently afloat here. You're not going to draw, but you could probably maybe lose it like 60-40, which isn't that bad. For the MK. I love watching Nico on this hero, by the way. I think it's his best. He plays a really, really solid Monkey King, and obviously feels confident in it to first pick it.
Yep. And how about Troll? How does this game look for him in the mid to late? Because you have the mischance against the bear. I don't know if he's going to go for Agnum Scepter, but there's definitely some benefits to it, being able to dispel things like Fatal Bonds, the root from the bear, etc.
Yeah.
I feel like Tusk is really good, though, against Troll, like the kiting potential.
Yeah. Oh, Zayat
Blood Grenade?
has a fairy. He needs to use it.
He will use it, gets right-click,
Still
Kaori,
dying.
still gets the kill, though.
Damn.
That's long reach from the Warlock,
That
so
was
first blood
not-
for MOUZ.
That was not on my bingo card for that. Warlock getting the kill. Obviously, you saw he changed his approach. Kaori just started casting Shadow Word on the Ench and started fighting that way. And until Ench gets level 2, you can do this because Nature's Attendants are not skilled yet. Just got the faster 2 on Warlock and took advantage of it. So nicely done there. In the meantime, PMA and Ghost will be trading CS. PMA looking at a very nice lead here to start.
And he's got some good levels, too. Already level 3.
Yeah.
Getting that nice solo XP. Yeah, back to the Troll.
I mean, he's got 2 bracers on Underlord. This lane just plays itself by now, right? Just you're highly unlikely to get bullied out of lane by a lone druid when you last pick it like this. So yeah, Troll. I could see Ags potentially, like you said. I like Satanic more as your dispel though for this game. I think you just need that staying power and the big heals against heroes like Leshrac to just stay in the fight. And obviously, we're looking at a MOUZ lineup where their heroes in fights actually run out of steam relatively quickly if they don't get ahead. When Warlock has used Golem and when Tide has used Ravage, they're like not the best heroes, you know? That's what they really bring to the table. You get a dispel for the bonds, whether that's Satanic, Lotus, whatever. So then Lesh is really your big sustained damage. I don't think Lone Druid can be considered meaningful damage against Troll for most of the time until he gets MKB. You're just going to blind him and win that exchange. So, yeah, seeing the stats for mid one here on Lesh has been probably his best hero of the tournament. Oh, that's just mean. He let him run the entire way. Oh, you could not have stolen that any later. He's going to get the other one too, right? Nope, he didn't.
All right.
This one should go to mid one.
Yeah. Okay. He's going to maybe get the Jingu stacks? No.
If Nico could have also got the top rune, that would have actually been really big for the lane. But still, he's breaking even with Lesh. SMK, look at this. Oh.
That's a Monkey King master right there, waiting till the last moment.
I think he couldn't have got the other one. Well, that was too much, and there was no good tree to jump on. Now, the ultra next level play for Nico would be if he did what he did, but he placed a branch behind himself on lane before he went there. Then he could have jumped back to the mid lane and taken the other rune. God, I would love to have seen that. That would have been so cool.
That would have been next level for sure. Riddies makes his way over as they are preparing for this 6-minute power rune. Of course, mid one is the only one with the bottle, so he's going to be very desperate for it at some point.
Yeah, this 6-minute rune is really important for him. If he doesn't get it, he's running out of resources, and then Monkey King will just play the lane normally as well. And I suppose what we haven't really talked much about is the Tide versus Troll lane, but honestly, there's a reason we haven't. Very uneventful lane. Both heroes are going to farm. Troll can't really pressure Tide because he can just use Anchor Smash and has Kraken Shell. But conversely, Tide can't do anything to Troll either because he can never come up close and do any meaningful damage. So that's why we're just going to see them play that 1v1, and the supports feel like if I don't do anything else, I'm just going to fall asleep. So they have rotated to mid.
Yeah, Nico gets the first power rune.
Yeah.
Mid one wasn't even going for it, actually.
Rotation.
Instead, we'll be getting a nice kill onto Zayat.
Oh!
Stays alive.
Nice Lotus.
Okay.
Clutch delivery there from the Underlord. Mid one was not accounting for that. That feels really bad, actually. It's
yeah,
one
you don't
thing
get
to
the
rotate,
rune and then wasted rotation.
and you used your entire mana pool. He has to go back to base almost, or send out Clarities and wait for his Arcanes to come up at least. So the big winner in all of that is Niku. He's just able to just play the lane now.
Yeah, for sure. Yamich trying his best to delay this. Just hits level 3. Some pressure to the tower, but they're not going to stick around because they want to go for potential kill on the top.
Love this play call because of what they realized with
7
Lesh.
minutes, yeah.
Lesh TP bottom, so he can't make it up here.
Yeah, but Boom
He's
does make
over.
it. Wukong's command. Boom is going to be able to withstand that easily. Can Niku actually fight his way out of this? The Boundless Strike hitting Kaori. Riddy's trying to pick up that kill. Niku eventually does have to leave the premises, although, yeah, Boom does grab the shrine in the end.
I really like the idea, but they needed more heroes than that. And yeah, with 3 points in Krakatoa, I was laughing because he was standing in Wukong's command, taking 0 damage. He's just there. Nico's giving him the tip. Good job, buddy. You pressed 1 button and you're invincible. But yeah, covering that was important, for sure.
Well, got the juice already with 1 component in the cornucopia towards the eventual Battle Fury. And is this going to be SNY, or does he need to go Manta? He doesn't really need Manta, I think.
No.
Riddy's
SNY is
taken
fine.
out by Kaori. Mid 1 extremely low. Niku would love to finish him off. Gets the pounce, gets the kill. And now PMA joining the party as well, as Yamich does have Snowball. Jingu not going to be stacked up, and he's actually just going to walk away casually.
It's a good trade, though,
Yeah,
for the side of Navi. Jakiro for Lesh. Still is another solid early game for MOUZ, similar to game number 1. They are pulling ahead at least slightly in the earlier stage. Now, by nature, this game should follow a different trajectory since it's a Lesh instead of a Huskar mid, but one thing that is somewhat similar is MOUZ's lineup's reliance on the full group up plays, and again, the arguably harder carry on the other side that should benefit from a longer game. I think a 5 or 6 slotted troll is going to be insane this game. They have so little ways to deal with him. Like,
That's really Snowball, Walrus Punch are the 2 main kiting skills, I guess.
And you have
You got a lucky
decent...
route.
The other thing for troll is, do you have good ways of keeping heroes in place so you can just wail away at them? And I would say yes, you do. You have Ice Path, Pit of Malice, a bit of a Monkey King Stun, and a lot of those abilities can come from Fog. So when you think you have Troll cornered or whatever, all of a sudden the turnaround play can be really quick. For Troll, a lot of teamfight situations are a matter of, do you get to hit for 2 seconds, because then you heal to full.
Now PMA gets diffuseled by Ghost Bear.
Easy peasy.
Cost him. Mid 1 makes a nice XP there as Kaori gets gone on by Riddy's. Actually uses the Chaotic Offering. He's definitely dead though, but can Ghost, who just TPs in, using the inhibit again onto Riddy's this time. Gets a double kill across the map, so nice rotations from Ghost.
Yeah, and he wants to push the tower now. He's here with the Golem. Mid 1 also finding Zayats.
Okay.
This is a nice sequence for MOUZ. Ghost not sticking on the tower. Okay, he turned around. He was just checking the power run. I was like, why not? This will go their way. MOUZ have looked really good playing around this Ghost Lone Druid. There's a reason they first pick it as the only team in the tournament.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting to see that nobody seems to be...
But would you say that this is necessary for them to win this game, to get off to this early lead, similar to last game? Like the ceiling of this lineup compared to game 1.
I think the most important part of this game is the next 10 minutes, but obviously being in a good position now is awesome. But I feel like this MOUZ lineup really picks up steam when Lone Druid gets this Diffusal +1 item and Lesh gets Dagger. That's when you really want to run the show. And Mid 1 has a little bit of ways to go. Hasn't had the best overall start, but it's also not terrible. It's fine. He's still getting his. Snowball onto the troll. Doesn't look like there's going to be much commitment from the side of MOUZ.
I know it's not. It's probably not even going to happen this game. The best item actually against Troll is Walrus Kick. I don't know if he's ever going to get the Ags, but...
Well, you say it's not going to happen. I definitely think it could.
You think so?
This doesn't feel like a game that Navi are going to... Even if they play it well in the next 10 minutes, I don't think they just win it fast. So, Tusk could definitely get there. I wouldn't mind it. It's also really good against Monkey King.
Yeah, kick him out of his own Wukongs.
Yeah. I would love to see him rush it. Maybe you get Blink first, but then... See what Yamich has up his sleeve. It is the dagger and the quick buy, but no solar for him.
Good news.
Good timing for this Battle Fury on Got the Juice. 12 minutes with phase.
Yeah,
That's strong. He is going to ramp up, and he should, for all intents and purposes, stay ahead of the pack. Lone Druid cannot farm at the same pace as the Troll, so with him already being in #1 position, we're staying there.
Yeah, the Bear right now with Diffusal, working on a Maelstrom.
Oh, Lash.
Mjolnir. Nice boundless strike to cancel. PMA with the Pit of Malice. Fiend's Gate to get there to begin with. The Wild Wing Ripper brings mid-1 back into the fray and dies as a result. Kaori actually getting saved with the Snowball. Back into Zayats they go, though, but the Monkey King, that's the bigger kill, as Ghost takes him out in tow. And PMA will be the next to fall for Na'Vi. So they get mid-1, but it costs them 2 cores.
They showed up in spades there. MOUZ bringing the entire team to the table and using their 2 big ults. They also managed to steal this Ancient stack, which looks to be the case. That is a very nice pick-me-up for them. Riddies. Oh, he showed.
He leached some XP and gets the ward, so...
Okay, they can't dive him. But that was a 5v4. No troll present.
True.
Also shouldn't be. So, don't think it would have helped much. But yeah, this looks promising. You get onto the Lesh like this, but mid-1 has a Lotus as well as the stick. So he buys himself a little bit of extra time and forces out the Wukongs. And just giving them that 1 or 2 extra seconds to TP is actually the difference between life and death for Kaori, who then in turn gets to fight a little bit more and buy even more time for Boom to show up on Tide. So a nice little example of just how much it matters to use your resources even if you're dying on a hero like Lesh. If he didn't have that Lotus or the stick, they might have just killed him and run away. But instead they had to commit the ring, really stick around.
PMA going to be working on the pipe now as Niku, caught off guard again, gets punched in the air. Big kill for MOUZ. That's a back-to-back death for the mid Monkey King.
Yeah, that hero does not enjoy playing from behind, especially as a core. So getting these 2 kills...
Is Mage Slayer just not a thing anymore? That's just like so good against Lesh.
It's good, but I think you're really slowing your own game down if you're not. The problem is if you buy Mage Slayer, you have to fight, right? Otherwise, you're just... It's a bad farming item. I would say on Monkey King comparatively to something like... Or rather, I suppose it's okay, but you don't have the same utility against every other hero in the game. When you have Diffusal, it gives you the possibility of kiting the Lone Druid Bear. It gives you the ability to run down supports yourself. There's just a lot of added utility. If you buy Mage Slayer, you're effectively saying, we are going to fight into Lesh Hira now, and we want the damage mitigation. But that doesn't seem to be the game plan for Na'Vi at all. It's more, how do we buy enough time for Got the Juice to get 3 items?
To get the juice, yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Well, considerable amount of damage to that tier 2 mid. And MOUZ still grouping up. Niku looking for a reason to use that Wukong's command.
If they could burst Ghost before he gets off his true form, that would be big. But they don't have bursty heroes.
Yeah.
So
got the juice showing himself for the first time. Has the Yasha now. There's the Pit of Malice with the Firestorm and the Macro Pyre. That's a considerable amount of damage, but I think the tier 2 is still dead. Might be able to get the Bear 1 time. Gets rooted again, and they get it once. Ghost resummons.
Not denying the tower, interestingly. So they'll finish the job. They won't.
Backdoor protection.
Wait, where did the wave go?
Making it a bit annoying.
Did they pull the wave away?
Looks like they might have, or they killed it.
Was it the same wave? Oh, okay. I thought the next wave was coming in way sooner than that. That doesn't feel great for MOUZ, but they're still in a comfortable position in the game overall. They'll get it eventually, and they'll just, well, guess we'll take top tower instead then. Lone will do that as Ench. Look how tanky this creep is. It's so silly.
It's actually going to kill the whole tower. He actually is. That's insane.
Ridiculous. All right.
Good job, Centaur. You did good work.
We will be remembered. for the next 5 seconds.
Which is better than we can say for most.
Yep. TP bot. Kaori. Oh, good reaction there from Niku getting away from the Tusk.
Oh my!
That is...
Did they see that?
Honestly, I like the play, but because the payoff if he hits it is really big. But at the same time, I don't know how good the odds were.
Yeah, mid one killing off Riddies.
Yep. It's gonna cost him.
Got the juice, popping the battle trance right away. Boundless strike from Niku, and mid one is dead. Now a Ravage being used.
Whoa.
That's just for an Enchantress. And the
Instant
Enchantress
tip from
tips
Zayat.
the tie. Interesting. PMA though, this is a bigger kill
Is he getting
for the MOUZ side.
soloed by Lone?
Yeah, Lone.
Oh, what is happening? The whole map is just on fire.
There's 3 separate fights across the map. Just one of those things. 6K lead for MOUZ though.
Yep. It's a much bigger...
Niku, you still sticking around on that bot side. Gets off the Wukong's command. We'll use the soldier thingy, whatever the hell that's called. Using it again, the soldier thingy.
Changing of the guard, Shannon.
Yep, another soldier thingy. Looking for the boundless strike. Look, he's just gonna die. Yeah, okay. Soldier thingy didn't save him.
Well, he's made them waste some time, I suppose, but... Looking good for MOUZ, though. This is a much bigger 6K lead than the one they had in Game 1, just by nature of the lineups. It's not as inherently obvious for Navi how they win the late game comparatively. It's not as time-sensitive for MOUZ either. We haven't talked about this as a possibility, but obviously if this goes down the stretch to like 50 minutes, Lone Druid just starts not playing his hero. And the Bear... Do Navi have the greatest tools at dealing with this split push? I wouldn't say so. It's okay, but he's going Ags next, but that does not, to me, signal that we're getting to a rat-style game, right? It just means that it becomes an option.
Navi got the juice, has the BKB. Gonna want to use it here. The Bear inside the pit of MOUZ onto 2, focusing on the Lone Druid. Gets an injection of HP thanks to the ult, but he still has to worry about got the juice, and down goes Ghost with the Bear. Oh, they get the punch onto the Troll Warlord. Still has the battle trance, but can't get it off in time. So it's a position 1 for position 1. Ice Path in retreat, but the Kraken Shell instantly activates for Boom as he continues to pursue. Niku on the tree. Wukong's command available. Pit of Malice is used. Niku does get it off in time, but maybe not the best placement. Nobody's inside right now. There's a Chaotic Offering, though. Big team fight coming out from MOUZ despite losing 2. Attempted TP is actually successful, but the 4 deaths for Navi spell the end of this fight.
They had cooldown on Ravage the entire fight. That is a very good result. And I was ready to say, this is why you don't Ravage Eng. Because you leave the window open. And Navi were really trying to take advantage of that exact fact, but the problem is they found such a beautiful chaining of abilities onto the Troll, and there was no protection. If he somehow gets Battle Trance off here, I think Navi actually do a full turnaround of the game.
Yeah.
They kill probably an additional 2 heroes and then take Roche, but you're going to see in this follow-up, he burns the entire BKB for this, and Got the Juice was not ready for this one. The Blink Punch into Snowball into Leshrac Split Earth. Very nice staggering of abilities, and that is... crucial for MOUZ to pull that off correctly. Any misstep there would have been a disaster. But instead, they now see themselves with a 10K lead after getting the Tormentor. It's all coming up good for them.
Yeah, big fight.
And the Monkey King again. You're seeing the issues for Niku with the type of game he's had. I talked him up on the Monkey King. I'm saying he's playing it really well, and he is. But you can only do so much when your game is this bad. And once again,
it just gets worse. Mid one with a hit and run.
He just has so little to work
EMA, can you catch up?
with. He has Kayayashi super fast.
Oh, Malice does hit. Riddy's on the backside, and there's Got the Juice.
Hello.
Whirling Axes slows mid one, pops the BKB just to ensure that they can get this goat. And they will. As Ghost will take out Zayat, so Navi giving up the Monkey King effectively for mid one's Lesh.
I wonder what you do here as Niku now, itemization wise. He's going for Manta. it's just once you're this far behind on this hero, the recovery is just it's so hard to find. Time to make an oven.
Yep, trying to delay tactics for Navi. So far successful. Boom. Obviously just solo pushing this. Not really in any threat.
Very comfortable on the Tide with an early gem.
Yeah, he's got 20 stacks of the Kraken Shell already.
20 Kraken Shell, Shivas, Vlads. He's got 31 armor against a lineup that's predominantly physical damage against him. I guess there's Firestorm and a little bit of Jakiro stuff, but you're going to Kraken off some of that. And yeah, this is just a foregone conclusion that MOUZ will get the Roche as well. That should be a... Now who do you give the... I would give it to Lesh, I think. The Lone seems pretty safe in this game, so give the Aegis over to Lesh. Get the Ags on Lone and let the Bear do the work and just keep your hero at a safe distance. It's not outside of the realm of possibility that MOUZ win this within the next 5 minutes, but if they don't, perhaps Navi can get to their next item timing on at the very least the Monkey King. Troll currently working on Satanic is far away from that.
Yeah, he just finished the SNY, so status resist in his favor.
Yeah.
I mean, that means his last item effectively is going to be DPS, as he's going to get punched in the air. The Diabolic Edict is shredding him. They get the stun like gets off the at the last moment. Trying to heal up thanks to the battle chance. He'll be able to get the kill onto mid one. That is life number one. Needs to get back to the other side of the base, but the big Ravage coming out from Boom. Got the juice, is dead. As mid one, he was being pursued by Niku, but the snowball save is going to spell the end of Navi's fight here in all likelihood. Riddy's down and out. Niku might be able to get back to the base, but the rest of his team not going to be the case. Niku, one more boundless strike for the road, gets to the fountain. But that's a lot of bleeding for Navi, and now MOUZ can work on buildings.
If you don't, okay, they do have the glyph. I mean, surely you're losing one side. No Troll, no Underlord, no chance. But I was looking at even a second lane here for MOUZ. Given the Lone Druid, you push fast, but probably imagine they'll settle for the one, call it a big win, go and spend their hard-earned gold. Red one is gonna squeeze this wave as well. Oh, maybe they continue at least for now with the Bear. I mean, I guess it's a pretty low commitment. You can always just stay away, and yeah, back they go. Niku, the smallest of small constellation prize, will get this Arcane Rune. Seeing him on the same screen as Tusk and looking at the levels is quite sad.
Yeah.
He's a level ahead of the 4 Tusk on Monkey King, just having a really, really rough game. And funnily enough, the panel was talking, hang on, this would be a big find.
What? Yeah, Jinju stacks are up. A nice assassination from Niku.
It's gonna cost him, but it's well worth it.
Almost certainly will cost him his life. Mass TPs, he's stuck inside the shards. But considering how far behind they are, certainly worth.
It's funny how, like the panel talked about, this lane against Lesh should be pretty tough. He did really well in lane. It was everything that came after that went wrong.
Yep.
He broke even against mid one, which I think is about as much as you can expect from a Monkey King in that lane matchup. But yeah, all of the early fights just didn't really seem to go his way.
Yeah, Riddy's gonna get clipped by the Shivas. Is there an anchor? No. No. Does that cancel TPs, actually?
Yeah.
I'm actually a little surprised he doesn't have it. I feel like that is...
The matchups aren't that good for it here. You're not playing against a hero that has like some sort of blink or mobility spell except Monkey King, but if you're already on top of Monkey, then he's not jumping. I kind of like him not buying it here. I think it's just better to beef up and get auras than going for that.
Mid one working on a later game. It's only 26 minutes. It feels like late game already. The BKB will be next for him. As he talked about, the Satanicon got the juice. So more survivability, but still... I mean, do you think that that's maybe a mistake not to go for some sort of hard-hitting item as a, the risk-reward considering how far behind you are?
Yeah, I'm a bit worried that this Satanic is going to be inconsequential. Yeah, sure, you're living a little bit longer, but I feel like your damage output outside of Battle Trance is kind of irrelevant, almost. Especially given the Tide matchup. I think you have to get a lot done in the BKB, so I would like to see more damage. Oh my god, that is so unlucky.
The fear.
That's unfortunate. He's cooked.
BKB doesn't even have mana now for his battle trance, so it is inevitable. He goes back to base, 70 seconds.
Gotta force the buyback here. Just run straight mid, I would say. They're looking for a secondary kill on the Monkey King. Nice read.
Oh my goodness. Nico.
It's the shard.
Yeah, gets off the Wukong's command. Good timing overall from MOUZ. He uses the soldier thing, as we've established is the new name for Monkey King, to get away.
Nice escape. That's that should buy them enough time that Got the Juice will be back. I think if MOUZ had just beelined for mid instead of going top, they could have threatened a second lane. Now instead, they're just playing the side lanes, looking for kills, and maybe Riddies. Oh, just narrowly got away to the south, but mid one could chase him down. Oh, he will. Oh, did he? Did he see this? Space again. Love this. Ags on Tide. One of my favorite Ags in the game to play with. Yeah, it's really satisfying.
Which talents did he go for this game? Gush damage, but not the slow.
Yeah, it's pretty standard that this is how it goes. You always get Anchor Smash damage for the farming speed.
The slow does feel great, though, I have to say.
It does, but yeah, it's the fact that you would have played 9 levels of this game without Anchor Smash being better.
Yeah.
Just not really much of a
Turbo
consideration.
doesn't matter that much, though. So.
What doesn't matter?
In Turbo.
Oh, true. Yeah. That's fair. Should ask Boom that.
We should have a competitive
interview
scene for Turbo. What do you think? PGL, you want to create some tournaments?
I would actually like to see... So one of two things. Either a high-level pro tournament in Turbo.
Yeah.
Or some sort of like triathlon where you're playing different disciplines in a BO3.
Okay.
So first game is maybe Captain's Mode. Second game is Captain's Draft. And then if there's a decider game, it's Turbo.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
That could be pretty cool.
It's too bad Moondog's not around.
Gotta hit up the guys and see if they want to come back.
Yeah.
I'll send an email to Zyori.
Sure. Oh, Warlock getting gone on. Gets Force Staff to the other side of the Wukong's command, and that is a couple ults down and out for Navi, which means that the opening is there for MOUZ. The big Ravage. The kill on Got the Juice.
Game Ogre.
And that's GG. So game 2.
Good half game, says Got the Juice. He is a little bit of a, maybe a giveaway there that he's more of a Counter-Strike enthusiast with the GH, but either way, this was a very one-sided affair as the Ancient once again. I don't know if that's showing on for the audience. Again, the
That's right, and I have a likeness to Undying from time to time, and I do like gummies, which I know Undying is a huge fan of.
That's right.
I don't have that second head quite yet. Well, depending on your perspective, we won't go down that road, though. As MOUZ versus Navi game number 3. Who do you like here, Cinderman?
I feel like just on a ease of execution, I like MOUZ's lineup better. I think it's more straightforward. You have multiple setup stuns, you have hooks, you have tons of damage from Shadow Fiend, who really loves playing with all these stuns and slows to hit raise combos. I feel like Navi's lineup is a little bit more... How do I put this? It's like they have a teamfight ability in Tombstone, and they have technically, theoretically pretty stable lanes, but enforcing the type of fight that this lineup needs is not that easy. Viper is kind of slow to move around the map, so is Undying. And then you have the Nyx, who is killing for who exactly?
Right.
That's perhaps the biggest odd one out here, is that this Nyx doesn't really fit that well with what they have, but it is a crazy good offlane Undying game. Look at those core matchups. Centaur and DK will be one of his matchups in the side lanes. He also will potentially be laning against 2 strength heroes if Pudge is the support, but I'm sure MOUZ will do anything to avoid that situation with their laning.
You would think, at least.
But I was thinking about the last game. What ended up happening for the side of Navi was that the lanes didn't go all that great. It went okay. They floated them somewhat, and then they got to a mid game where they couldn't really win fights. This could follow the same trajectory. Like, their team fighting doesn't look all that good. Morph Viper don't offer much team fighting. Undying has the Tombstone, but comparatively, you look at the MOUZ lineup, it just looks easier.
Yep.
Yamich with a classic, the standard one. I believe you can't fully do this anymore because of the changes to hook, but we'll see if that's true. I believe you can't move while hooking.
Whoa!
Okay, Niku did not seem cognizant of that, but Yamich just flat out missed it. All right, Jenkins, he has to hit the next 2 out of 3 to get that 70%.
Oh, are we rounding up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. Let's get that stat on the screen every time he uses hook. Every single hook.
Yeah.
Here's the challenge.
Keep track of that.
Middle of hectic team fights, we want to see that stat with every hook thrown.
Can we change Yamich's name to that actor that I can never remember the name with? Jay.
I forgot now.
Wish he had a more recognizable last name. It's so hard to remember. Anywho, will be the Shadow Friend against the Viper mid.
Yeah.
How does this matchup go?
I think maybe the theoretical outcome is less important than just what we've seen today, which is that Niku has been doing well in lane against mid one in all 3 games. I think in the QoP game, given how tough that matchup is, he did a good job of getting what he could and then killing him on level 6. In the previous game on Monkey King, he was drawing with Lesh. So I think this, out of all the matchups Niku has had to play today, this is easily the best one. So if he's drawing the other ones, or at least doing somewhat well, I'm expecting him to win here. On a theoretical level, I also think it is a Viper-favored matchup, but to be honest, I haven't seen this all that much in recent times. Like, many of the Shadow Fiend games we've had, Shadow Fiend is played as carry, and many of Viper games we've had, Viper's played as an offlaner. So these two going head-to-head mid is like a timeless classic from 15 years ago.
True.
But it just actually doesn't happen all that often anymore, so it's kind of fun to see it here.
Oh, that's going to be first blood. Wow, Kaori.
He killed him level 1.
Yeah, that's okay.
Zayats was trying to block the camp and just got run down by Liquid Frost, I'm guessing? It's highly surprising.
That's a missed hook.
Well, depending on your perspective.
Nope, it's 0.
Oh, out of 3 already.
Okay.
Wait, they counted one off screen?
Yeah, I guess so.
Bro, Jenkins, he has to hit the next, like, 7 in a row now. It is not looking good.
Boom.
Well, depending on how you look at it.
How do you want to... so he used it on a creep there, too. So are we counting those?
I would count that as a hit.
You count it as a hit? I would say just
I'd remove
it from the equation.
Yeah, that's actually what I meant. I think...
Okay, but the problem is, like, the stats are based on the actual things that are happening. It's not like
Right.
somebody's literally looking on the hooks he's missing.
It's hard to prove intent.
Oh, Niku getting gone on by mid one. This will be a huge kill. One more raise, one more right click should do it. That is a big one for mid one. Of course, cursed by Cinderin as always. Ghost being pursued. A lot of zombies upon him. And he's going to tick out eventually to PMA. So a 1-for-1 across the board.
Is the secret to beating Niku mid to...
Have you cast?
Well, that's apparently one thing, but just don't give him a good matchup, or rather give him a good matchup so he gets overconfident and feels like he has to win.
Yeah, these young kids are overconfident by nature, Cinder, because they don't know any better yet. You know,
Okay.
They haven't failed in life yet.
Well, he got a little bit closer with that death to Shadow Fiend. It's all the path to learning. Yamich seems interested in stacking for his good old SF here. But Naga...
Yeah, that's pretty
not going to let it happen.
Gotta love Naga Siren. Remember when that hero used to get booed at TI? Another raise coming from mid one. He has that Shadow Raise facet that allows him to slow, and there's the hook from Yamich, the first of the game that hasn't been on a creep. 0% though, apparently.
That's... I mean, at this point, maybe they're just trolling.
No, this is definitely accurate. He probably died by some other means.
Depending on your perspective, you could say he didn't hook a hero because he hooked a corpse.
True.
It died on the way in.
Yeah.
It's kind of like fishing up a boot. You did catch something, but were you actually fishing? Well, it's not a fish. Mid one did die as a trade-off, but obviously Viper not really too happy with that exchange considering he got no experience from it. But it's something for Niku.
And well, PMA on this Undying has the Helm of Iron Will, as you're going to get some reinforcements with that Tombstone. The Jakiro pretty good at killing this off. The hook is going to miss as Kaori attempting to get out, but the decay comes and Kaori will eventually fall. Zayats might be the trade. Indeed, that is the case as Yamich makes his way over with that rot. And Ghost getting another kill for the side of MOUZ.
They should be pretty happy with that. That was Naga's first rotation. They were the ones to make the first move with that and didn't really get much out of it. Now we have another... That seems to be just a classic situation we get in this game where the carry versus offlaner against MOUZ's offlaner is just an AFK lane. It's like Morph against Centaur. They're not going to be interested in putting any pressure on each other, just going to be farming, and as a result, Naga was free to move. But Got the Juice does have the head start here, and he should retain it. Morphling, when he has a free start, very few heroes can pressure you any in lane anymore in the offlane pool, and he will just win on CS because he has higher damage. Hearing another hook.
Yep, let's say 0% again.
He hit a rune.
That's 0%.
In the previous fight, he hit a zombie. That's actually super annoying for it's so hard to play Pudge against
It's
Tombstone.
legitimately a counter.
Really, really hard.
Was there any possibility for this to be a position 1 and then they see some of these picks coming out from Navi and they're like, okay, let's pivot to support?
No, I think when this team picks Pudge, it's Yamish play.
Okay.
Ghost can, though.
On to Zayat. That was not on a dead body this time, so it should be higher than 0% for Yamich, as mid 1 will secure that mid tower.
7-minute tower against Viper.
Not bad.
I feel like I see this more and more in these pro games in this tournament compared to previous ones. It's these early tier 1 takes. I guess by nature, the teams are just doing a better job at rotating supports at key moments, but also the types of heroes we're seeing, something like Jakiro support will obviously make the average tier 1s fall faster.
Yeah. Zayat was going for the Wisdom Shrine. It's going to cost him the Tombstone, though, on the cliff. MOUZ have to be a bit careful with this, depending on how long this fight goes for. Yamish able to drop Zayat. Ori trying to deny himself, but it's not to be, as Niku still had that Viper strike for the finishing blow. So 1 for 1.
The damage is already done, though. MOUZ get both Wisdoms.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
The 2 Dire supports are level 3. Oh my god, this is such a big lead at 7 minutes. It's 2k gold and it's 2 debilitated supports in a lineup that doesn't have cores that make moves. Like, consider this. Navi have 0 active heroes. Undying, Morph, and Viper, and your 2 supports are in Struggle City. This next 5 minutes, I think, is just extremely hard. You're just going to take towers with the DK, and Navi cannot fight with anything without Tombstone. It's the only spell they have.
Yep.
So this is worrisome. It could be the makings of a stomp with this type of start that MOUZ have right now. Got to be very careful as Navi to not bleed out too much in the coming time. I was just going to say Vendetta, but
nope, that is not.
Not even close.
Halfway there, buddy.
Yeah. Not even halfway.
Well, in terms of numbers, halfway.
All right, Shannon. Over under last support hero to reach level 6 at 15 minutes.
What do you mean? What does that mean? Over under?
Does any support in the game reach level 6 after 15 minutes?
After 15?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
They'll find a way.
I think
Zayat gets hooked.
Zayat's going to try his best to make it come true.
Zayat, he hits level 4 though, Cinder. He's halfway there.
He got some XP on the wave. Good for him. He got hooked into XP range.
Yeah, just need that to happen a few more times. Level 6 in a jiffy.
I think if Navi don't get a Wisdom at 14 minutes, Zayat will not be level 6 at 15.
Okay.
Because there's no space for him to take. He can't go to a lane, really.
Well, then he's going to be useless the whole game. I mean, you already said that this Nyx Assassin is a bit of a weird pick.
I do not envy him playing Nyx this game. I think his lane is okay, but after that, it just feels a bit disconnected on a strategic level, this lineup for me, for Navi. So this was the part of the game that had to go well for me to understand how the lineup works, and now that it doesn't, I am just a little bit... I guess worried is just a good word for it. Like, I'm puzzled by what Navi are going to... Just how they're going to solve the game already. Never a good feeling to sit with it 10 minutes. But, yep, that's the third tier 1. 4K lead.
Yeah, MOUZ rolling.
Naga and Nyx have the combined net worth of Jakiro, minute 10.
That's pretty insane. Now Miku gonna try to
They
catch
have a
up
lot
a
of
bit.
stacks. That's
Yeah.
good.
Got a good amount of ancients here.
Made most of them himself on the
Making
Viper.
bongo boots. Is that normal?
I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not seeing that all that much mid-Viper, but I'm going to say no. Guess he wanted the Trank specifically because of the SF matchup in mid to mitigate raise pressure.
Yeah.
Oh boy, got the
juice.
juice.
He's already used waveform and he's just dead. Easy, easy kill.
Got
Hook.
the cooked. Oh my god, that was far off.
I think we need to lower the percentage of Yamich because that one was so bad.
Yeah, that's 2 misses in 1 hook.
Riddy's not level 6 yet. Halfway there. There's the Viper strike, but the Stampede and Snare holds him in place, but the hook save. Centaur is fine.
Very
Navi
nice save.
truly desperate to find something going their way. Yamich.
How did Zayats
is
get
level 6? Look at that.
How did he just get 2 levels? Wait, he must have got something out of the stacks of the Ancients, right? He was leeching off of
Yeah, of
a
course.
Viper. Yeah. Well,
So
I think
that means the Naga has,
half a level to go in 3 minutes. I think he'll make it.
yeah, he's halfway there.
Yeah, halfway.
Good thing I didn't take whatever that god-awful bet was that you proposed.
I'm just saying, if not for those stacks, Zayats would not be close to 6 either right now.
Yeah, but you,
Oh, hello!
does hit. Good impale though.
Who's
onto
killing
two.
who?
Got the juice. Oh, they get double hoof stomp. That is the death of Zayats. Got the juice. Will be able to get a trade. Got the juice is going to really have to bring it in this game to get his team back into contention. I mean, what does he have right now? He has the Vlads.
What kind of juice?
He's going for double Manta style. It looks like in his quick buy. That'll do it.
Now, what does he have? Is it... What's the worst juice for you? It's probably tomato juice, right?
Oh, yeah, that's terrible. God.
Oh, like carrot juice.
It's probably better.
Probably.
I've never had it before.
Oh.
I like carrot cake, so there's a possibility I might like it.
Yeah, how about tomato cake?
Oh, God. That's
Called pizza.
If it's cooked, maybe. Yeah.
Tomato pie.
Ghost. He's got the
Okay.
armor.
Stampede.
Stampede was
And
not for
song.
him. Yeah, the song TP.
Abort.
They will disengage.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, this is a huge
Come on.
kill, though. Didn't think they'd be able to find it, but Niku with the break, thanks to Viper Strike, a very good counter to the Dragon Knight.
In the meantime, they're doing a little bit of damage to the tower as well, as Kaori will evacuate the premises. That does not stop the channel.
It just looks hilarious. Oh, the hook into the shadow raises. It's enough. Mid one gets credit for that one.
I wonder if this... So I know the standard way of building Morph right now is this exact way with the 402 into stats build. Maybe you need more points in attribute shift. You need the shift rate to not die to raise combos.
Kaori, okay. He just wanted to sacrifice himself, it seems, but some reinforcements have finally arrived in the form of the Centaur with the hoof stomp on the PMA. Requiem from mid one should be enough to eventually get PMA, but it gets a beautiful decay. Finally, this member comes and they finally get the kill. And now they're dropping like flies for Navi.
Oof.
Undying instantly revives thanks to the innate, but that went the way of MOUZ.
Yet again. This fast blink on the Centaur putting in work. Ghost will be eyeing up one himself now as well, together with his Armlet and Morbid Mask into Mask of Madness flying out. Standard stuff. But yeah, I thought mid one would maybe Requiem earlier here. I don't know if that would have made the fight better or worse, but he was definitely in a good position. You're going to see the Shadow Fiend come in. I think you just Requiem here, but he's going for the raises first. I suppose ultimately it's the same heroes that die, right? Did Yamich die in this exchange? He did, right? Oh, excuse me, was it Niku? It was Niku, yeah. What am I saying? Yamich. Yes, they're on different teams, Suns fan. Thank you very much. So yeah,
I would have corrected you, but I just genuinely wasn't listening.
That's fine. Honestly, that's probably for the better. But yeah.
There's almost only so much brain rot one can take.
Oh, thank you. That's I haven't heard that before, actually. Yeah. That I'm causing brain rot. That's actually quite insulting.
Oh, of course it is. Wouldn't be funny otherwise. PMA.
That's true. Damage with the blink.
Yeah, the blink dismember, and now the raises from mid one. PMA dead. This time, no innate.
Yep. Game's looking great for MOUZ.
Yeah,
everybody in the game, all 5 heroes are ahead against their counterparts by about 1,000. The closest 2 heroes are Dragon Knight to the Morph.
Zayat's easily taken out, and out the blink. Rot. No dismember yet, but Niku completely surrounded. Hook brings him back. Riddy's with the song, but it's too late. And he will have to walk away in shame. Ghost. He's looking for an opening. Pops the dragon form, and now the focus on the tier 2 tower.
And with the liquid fire, this tower is actually not going to destroy the siege creep. It won't.
Yeah,
so I
be
think
able to get this.
You're just getting the full tower here. Not going to stop the wave and therefore not kicking the backdoor protection. And now another dagger. MOUZ can play so fast. DK blink, Centaur blink, and SF blink. The DK one only 400 gold away for Ghost. Yeah, give him the whip. Send him packing.
Whip. Oh,
he's out of there.
He's good to go.
Yeah.
All right, I have a proposition for you.
Okay.
Okay, so Centaur, nobody takes the other facet, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes they would just get rid of the good facet. Because, I mean, it's literally just replacing boots. That's huge. Like, how do you make a facet that's good enough
Right.
to be taken? So I think get rid of this double edge thing. What if you, I know the numbers need to be tweaked, but what if the shard is a facet? And you just think of a new shard instead. Think about that as we see Riddy's die.
I would rather...
Stampede. Onto the ogre. Kill that ogre creep. It's providing armor.
Ready for the hook? He got the ogre.
Get wrecked, ogre. And now the hoof stomp onto the Undying. Pops the flesh golem and the tombstone as well, but a macro pyre coming in from the other side. Already the Centaur's at half HP and very little reinforcements for MOUZ, so they're gonna have to give up the half man, half horse. As Kaori hooked by his teammate Yamich. That 0% hook rate so far this game. Zayat's able to finish the kill on Kaori.
Overplayed it a little bit there on Boom. Just chased too far ahead. His teammates can't connect on that play, and the tombstone effectively zones them out. To answer your Centaur question, I would actually rather remove horsepower.
I like it though.
I think it just feels weird that he can bypass boots.
Why? He's a horse.
Yeah.
Why do you need boots on a horse?
Well, you need horseshoes.
Okay, well, this hypothetical was brought up.
You made it sound like this hypothetical is sponsored by...
with the assumption that you keep that facet. Okay, is Niku... Oh, they're going to see him now.
He's
Ghost
cooked.
Can initiate. Gets the dragon tail. Mid one, not close enough yet. Gets the raise, but there's the ice path. And that spells doom for Niku. It's just one of those games where this lead just feels like it's going to continue to grow.
Is the reason you want the other facet removed that it's called Counter-Strike and you hate CS?
No, I love CS.
Do you?
Well, not the current form.
What if they gave him a better version of it and they called it Counter-Strike 2? And then the community would discuss whether it's better.
No, they should call it Global Offensive. Then it would be really good. Into the pit, MOUZ goes, and this is a free Roche for them.
Yeah.
I mean, what can Navi do in this game? Is there any point where Got the Juice can just take over? Obviously, it's very far. Ooh, Zayat.
This would be cute.
Deal goes the snatch actually was Ghost, so Zayat gets the kill onto Roche.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's something.
It's something for sure.
How much gold does it actually give?
Well, each of the Dire Heroes get 135. And then you get the kill bounty for Roche, which is like 200, I think. Actually forgot how much.
It is. Has the song, we'll have to use it.
Any hooks or ice paths?
Ooh, that is... Oh, actually did hit him. I was like, you're just standing there, okay.
Okay.
Riddies. Well, no, that's a wasted song. What a wasted Stampede as well.
Torment time.
Oh, yeah.
Free pickings for MOUZ.
Ghost. He's not up there yet because he's focusing on PMA.
He doesn't need to join for it. He can do this with 3 of them for sure.
Who gets the shard? Damage. Unfortunately, not the old shard that we all love and miss.
This shard is actually quite nice against Morphling, though.
Is it? Why?
The extra damage when Morph is low on attributes to start, you can get him really quickly into kill range.
Okay.
If you're, like, let's say if you hook a Morph that has like 700 max HP, how much damage is Hook with the shard? It's 360 plus, how big of a percentage? 20% of distance? So if you hook him from, let's say, 1k range, it's a 560 pure damage ability. That's a lot against a hero like Morph, who's very much about equilibrium with...
Yep. I mean, I'm not saying the shard's not good. It's just not as fun.
The alternative was Jakiro. I think you'd rather have the Pudge one.
Yeah.
In this game. All right, never mind. Jakiro bought his own shard. So then who was
the Centaur, I guess?
Centaur? Yeah. Yeah, well, if the shard is his new facet Shannon, what's his shard?
Yeah, well, that's another story.
Triple Edge.
That sounds awesome. Holy shit, that sounds good. The hook onto Zayats gets a double impale. But dead anyway. Aegis for still 2.5, so MOUZ, how much pressure do they want to put on Navi, or are they content with having a little bit more map control and starving them out?
I think it's good enough. Just got to keep the pressure on, keep getting like 60% of the gold. If you're gaining, let's say 500 GPM on your opponent, that's completely fine. It's not like your lineup has scaling issues. Like, this isn't like game 1 where you're looking at it and you think, okay, if MOUZ don't execute at this key timing, they're going to be in trouble. I think they can win this game in at 60 as well. So I'd feel very comfortable in their position right now, given the lineups. Head 1. Tempting fate a little bit here in case he were to get jumped, but...
Yeah, popping the drums, that's looking... Ooh. Not able to get off the initiation he wanted. Instead, a Requiem comes from mid 1. Focus on the Viper. Looks to be dead. Nico getting an injection of heals. The Song of Siren, but it's not enough because of the BKBs. And now the Ice Path and all the damage over time onto the Undiamond. Gets a big decay. Has got the juice with the BKB. Showing it off for the first time. Gets hooked. And the kill onto the Pudge now. Boom. With that Lotus. Gets to the high ground. Should be fine. PMA getting stun locked. Still in that Flesh Golem. Oh, the blink into the Ice Path. Not the play for Zayats. And now taking the brunt of the damage. A good double hoof stomp and the right clicks are enough for mid 1. Getting the Nyx Assassin. Has got the juice. Getting a really good turns into the Centaur.
Oh,
double edges on top of the Lotus, which means he's a quadruple edge. And down he goes. Triple kill for mid 1 onto PMA. And now MOUZ with that Aegis again still intact for a full minute. Try to push the envelope.
Fortunately for Navi here, I don't think there's just enough in the tank for MOUZ to really go for collateral, but it's another win. That was in...
Turned into Centaur, double-edged on Lotus, which as a Centaur feels amazing, by the way. There's nothing that feels better for Centaur than double-edging a Lotus Orb.
Seeing the repeat here. Getting the opening on Viper. They even hooked the Centaur as a little bit of a mistake here, but the Song not quite enough. Mid 1 with the BKB, importantly, does finish off the Viper kill. Imagine this fight if Viper even survives on like 20% and gets to use Viper Strike 1 time. That might have been enough for Got the Juice to be able to pull this off. PMA, 40 decay, a lot of big decay energy right there. But not enough at the end of the fight. They do run out.
Yep, Aegis is gone now.
Ghost.
The Stampede and the initiation. Got the juice, has to pop the BKB. Taking a lot of right-click damage, gets hooked. You see that shard doing all that damage with the Dismember to follow. Is there the follow-up on top? He's getting healed so much thanks to the attribute shift. Now mid 1 with the ult. Got the juice is pretty healthy, but has to go in mostly strength mode. He has turned into Putka himself. He has the hook, doesn't hit. 0% hook rate for Got the Juice now.
Oh, he gets
the kill onto Yamich, though, which is the important thing. That's 2 supports dead.
Pudge can hook because of Tombstone.
Yeah, that's
really
true.
funny.
No matter whose team.
Yeah. That's pretty big for Navi, though. I know it's just 2 support kills, but just got to get something going your way. 2.5k exchange for that, just killing the 2 supports. Kind of crazy. Step number 1. And Gut the Juice is definitely showing the potential of his hero in this game. It is a good Morphling game. They picked it for a reason. If he gets more slots, I'll put it this way. Like I said, MOUZ, I'm not worried about them going late game, but I do think Navi's chances increase drastically if we're in the same spot with gold in 10 minutes. I still think MOUZ are fine, but this should be the hardest part of the game for the Dire lineup. So if they can get through it, they definitely have a much, much better shot when, let's say the Morph gets Butterfly and one more item. He starts posing a much more serious threat to some of these tanky cores, like the panel talked about, the Beefy Boys lineup with DK, Centaur, and Pudge. Well, Morphling, one of the highest DPS heroes in the entire game, given that he gets to attack. And he can turn into some interesting stuff. We saw with the Pudge there, I think turning into Dragon Knight can be really powerful, just getting yourself that guaranteed stun. Just waveform Dragon Tail and kill someone. The Centaur Stomp is cool. Just don't kill yourself a double edge. Yeah.
They got the cart now.
Very good for Shadowfiend. Drive-by Requiem, baby.
Oh, yeah. Love those.
With the axe on him, too. It's gonna look sick. I hope they pull it off once.
But you're right, the lead is not... I mean, it's growing for MOUZ, but very slowly.
The win expectancy is not growing. Which is not showing here for some reason. It's showing for me. 63... Oh, there it is. 63-37. Don't know if I would agree with that. I feel like MOUZ are maybe in a bit better position than that. But Dire lineup can get there. And I must admit, this new Viper tech, I haven't experienced and seen it enough to really be able to tell what the turning point is when you're not doing well. Because if you're super tanky and you're having a good game and you're playing this Caustic Bath with high-level Nether Toxin, it's quite obvious why this would be strong in earlier or mid-game portions of the game. But when you go later and you're 6th on net worth as Viper, I just don't know if there's like some critical turning point. Okay, you get this item and you get like a second Renaissance in the hero or something. Because, I mean, so far, for the most part, Nikos just felt like a liability.
Finding a little treat outside the gate for Ghost. Zayats looking to steal the Wisdom Shrine. Not going to happen. Mid one now hunting. Yamich as well. But Zayats will be able to TP home.
It's pretty rare that you miss a hook by 2,000 range, but that's what he did.
0%. Let's take another one off his notch there.
Oh, Invis. Who takes it? Will it be mid one or will it be Yamich? It will be Yamich.
Roche is up.
I have a feeling Navi
up.
will try to contest this one with Song, but my feeling is wrong. They are not. I mean, they might not know it's up. I didn't pay too much attention to the respawn timer. But no, because actually the Roche Pit is a really good place for their lineup to fight, right? You have Song into Tombstone, and then you have Caustic Bath in the middle of the pit so Viper can be tanky and stand there. But they opted not to take the risk. As a result, MOUZ may be thinking about high grounding just straight up with this. It is an Aegis on DK, though.
Mm-hmm.
Thought this one was going to go to the Shadow Fiend.
Well, he's got the cart. That's better than Aegis.
Well... in some circumstances, actually true.
Daedalus for Ghost. How much damage can he do here? We'll be popping that dragon form and forcing the issue. Viper Strike applied to him, so there's the break. The Lotus, though, and keep him safe for the time being. Hook misses again.
Why would a dragon go in a cart? Just fly away.
That's true. The cart is just so strong, Cinderin. Used to work through Chronosphere, no longer. And fortification for Navi. And MOUZ. Looks like they will invest more time. The splash reflected, but the tower finally falls. Ghost at half HP, but remember, even if they get this first life, he has that second life, but he's going to be human. How much worth is that? Viper Strike again. This time it's actually reflected with the Lotus Orb and then the hook, but the Tombstone save. Grab your ally today.
If they get a good stun
Niku,
here.
the song with the Nether Toxin applied, and now the 4 staffs to try to disengage with the card at the ready. MOUZ on the run, 3 minutes on the Aegis. That's a lot of zombies.
Wow, they just got out cleanly there.
Yeah,
in spite of being stacked up by 5 zombies. Morph turned into, was it DK? Yeah, but he couldn't get in there and get the Dragon Tail. I actually thought that was kind of promising for Navi, but not able to capitalize at all on that Song Tombstone setup. I think Zayed's had cooldown on Impale. Otherwise, that could have gotten nasty. But not the case. They get out for free. And who knows, maybe MOUZ just go again. Now, there's no Tombstone, there's no...
Up.
Well, Morph is a low enough cooldown on level 3 that he'll have that again. Okay, Morph is like the epitome of what I talked about last game with talents. He doesn't have his 10 talent at level 20, and he doesn't have one of his spells either. Like, this hero design is just so weird right now.
Yeah.
What is this?
Ghost should be able to get the barracks.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a lane for MOUZ. Navi, not much to be done. Hoof Stomp, finding the Viper. Good Impale, though. There's the cart. Dragon. He's like, why are you taking me away? They get the set regardless. And, oh, the initiation from Got the Juice onto Yamich. Not a whole lot of damage done, though. Now the BKB is completely gone. And a big Requiem coming out from mid 1, clipping 2. Hoof Stomp onto the Morphling, who's now isolated. Gets hooked in and dead. Got the Juice down and out for 80 seconds. And with that, MOUZ have full reign if they want. 1 minute and 30 seconds on the Aegis.
I think that fight is a really good illustration of the inherent problem with Navi's lineup. The Morphling pops BKB waveforms in and wants to fight, and MOUZ just run away.
There's the hook. The cart used for literally no reason. There's grab ally. Can they kill the Tombstone in time? There's the song, though, and now the zombies are starting to stack up. There's no buyback to come from the Morphling, though, so this is still a 4 versus 5 for Navi. Looking kind of promising, though. Hoofstomp attempting to come out. They're going to be able to get the kill onto the Dragon Knight. That's life number 1. That's a Nightfall away for mid 1. So they lose the Centaur, and now Ghost left alone as a human. So Navi is actually going to defend successfully. Another Nightfall away. So MOUZ lose 2. Navi
the outcome
defend
we all
the second
expected.
barracks.
The Morph is dead, and that's when Navi peak.
Yeah, it's really
Their
weird.
strongest hero on the sidelines. They get the right setup that time. MOUZ were very stacked up in that situation for the Caustic Bath plus, well, the entire combo, really. Gonna slow things down a bit, but still in a commanding position. But the fact that Navi even get to survive there without losing a second lane, I think is a big win, all things considered. When your carry dies like that, can't blame MOUZ for thinking they can just get the second lane cleanly. Still do have to worry about the other heroes on the side of Navi. This Tombstone Song combo, if they can get it like that again and then have Morphling in fighting shape, not out of the question that Navi could bring this one back, but still. MOUZ are approaching their next set of items. Dragon Knight close to MKB. Centaur almost has BKB. And Pudge also working on a BKB as a matter of fact. I like to see this. Blink Force BKB seems like the perfect build for this game on Yamich. Big fan of BKB, even on support Pudge. In the right games, you have so much damage block from the Meat Shield. Against spells as well.
MKB coming online for Ghost.
That's right. Viper with the Shiva. Great game for Shiva's guard. A lot of physical damage from the Dragon Knight. You have healing reduction. Also nice against him. Running the Satanic. And just the overall synergy with your kit. Obviously, the spell amp is great. Or damage amp. For all spells.
Man, we've been seeing BKB every single game on Centaur. Like, far more common than it used to be.
Yeah.
Pretty
Good thought. Good item.
That just means Eternal Shroud is garbage, Cinder. What happened?
It got nerfed.
That used to be the Centaur item.
Yeah, but it got nerfed.
Yeah, time to unnerf. In patch F. What are, I don't even know what we're on. Are we on E yet?
We're on E, right?
Okay.
Let me check. Make me second guess myself. I think we're on E.
Oh, this is a smoke from Navi. They're going to collide here. Zayat gets opened up on Hoof Stomp and destroyed with the Requiem from mid one, and now the drive-by with the workhorse. Mid one is perfectly fine.
He has a
Ghosto,
refresher.
he wants to get right on top of Niku, but you can see Riddy's with the song. They can isolate Ghost a bit, but the BKB does fall up.
Keep an eye on mid one here.
Buyback coming out from the Nyx Assassin. PMA doing a lot with that decay as Ghost drops to the deck.
Huh?
The Jakiro will be next as well.
Wow, I really thought mid one was going to make more of a difference there. I was looking at him the whole time. He had a refresher. He was off to the side. Thought I was going to refresh, blink, BKB, pop everything, but now he uses refresh, blink.
Yep, really
to
strong.
actually probably save his life. That's super heads-up play in that situation to get away from a Nyx gank, but maybe that fight was possible with a second. I don't know if he had one zombie hit him or something, but it looked like he had a clean re-engage there. Nice 41 damage from Yamich, or excuse me, from Zayat. Not really sure how he pulled that off, but it's been like a carapace on a rod or something.
Does it count if you damage zombies?
They're on his own. Well, they're on his own team, so probably not.
Oh, true.
And they're also not a hero, so probably not. Otherwise, we would have broken a lot of damage records last TI by killing Helms of the Dominator all game.
True. All right, 12k lead for MOUZ, but it does feel like it is starting to go a little bit more in Navi favor, slowly but surely.
I'm surprised they've somewhat stabilized this game. I actually thought they would have almost lost by now. But this 11k lead, this is what I was talking about 10 minutes ago. If we get here and Morph gets a couple of items, I'm still favoring MOUZ to win the game, but it's not by the same margin as I would have done 10 minutes ago. I think Navi's chances get better and better. Not sure if, let's say, 20 minutes down the, or no, that's an exaggeration. 10 minutes down the line with the same net worth, I would almost make it 50-50, honestly, by the nature of the lineups. But the next Roche will be very important, and he has just arrived. What was the accent for him again? Was it? Do you remember? The accent you gave Roche on day one.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, returning with the cheese. Delightful.
It's posh.
Posh.
We all know. He needs a top hat.
It's Roquefort.
He needs a pipe, a top hat, cardigan, sweater. That sounded more Sean Connery, actually. Sorry about that. R.I.P.
Is that a damsel in distress, I see. Roche.
Yep, he's
Now
up
they
and
get
running.
it.
This would be big.
They have Song, so perhaps MOUZ are pretty timid about this.
Very grouped up.
Do they have? Maybe they just don't realize at all that Navi would be pulling this. This is huge.
Yeah. And they're wrapping around. They scan.
They're too late.
Might be too late.
Wow, this was
great call from Navi.
You cannot let this happen. I'll put it like that. You cannot let this happen in this game state. That is a very big win for the Navi side. It's Aegis Cheese, it's Refresher. Not only do they steal the Roche, they steal the third one. And I call it steal because the map has been MOUZ's for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's a big turning point for sure.
That's huge. Now Morphling can actually initiate the fight without using BKB. He can just go in there, put pressure, set up his teammates for success, force a response, and then you can Song Tombstone, BKB on your second life, and go to work. And the man on your screen right now might actually have to come up big now on mid one. I think
he's got the sheep, so Refresher with all of that is disgusting.
Yep.
It's all about execution now.
I hate life.
That Aegis on Navi almost makes this feel like a 50-50 to me. And I know the Graph won't agree with this, but it's very, very important for them to get this. All right, what tier 5 neutrals would you like to see?
Helm of the Undying.
I think it's going to be removed in 7-4.
Yeah, of course it is. Told you it's broken since day one.
Well, you could have said the same for Sister Shroud, and here we are.
Yeah, true. BKB instantly popped by Boom. Nice hoof stomp. Oh, there's a lot of damage onto the
nice
morph.
tombstone.
Yep, he gets saved. Unbelievable timing. And now the song reset. And they do the damage needed to take out mid one. Going for the Requiem. Gets it off. Trying to focus on the Viper to start things out. Taking a lot of damage from Ghost. As PMA, with that BKB, it's going to be dissipating pretty shortly. Niku gets back to full HP, got the juice, looking for an assassination. Now isolated completely, going on top of Yamich, gets the force step, but that's enough damage from Got the Juice. That's 2 supports dead. Hoof stomp into the double edge. It's reflected thanks to the Lotus. PMA and company get their 3rd kill of this engagement, and the Aegis is still intact because of the beautiful grab ally. And mid one can only look on in fear. Get the Impale. Morphling. Getting the waveform away, and now the Dragon is inside the cart, right on top of the Viper. The Song of the Siren. Is it enough? Niku gets healed by the Undying. Now the song going to work thanks to the BKBs being dissipated. Ghost jumps in. They get the kill onto Riddies, but only 1 support with the buybacks to come.
Triple buyback for MOUZ, and all you got was the buyback from Naga.
Yeah,
they didn't even get the Aegis after all of that. So technically speaking, as soon as Riddies is up, you could go for an immediate smoke as Navi and take another Aegis fight, which sounds crazy. With how that all started, it looked like they were going to get a clean hit on the morph, but clutch from PMA. That tombstone really changed the complexion of that fight. And I don't think MOUZ are really in a position to force this with just the Naga dead. It feels good to not play against Song, but you only got 40 seconds. You still need to get to the wave, and yeah, you're going to see the replay here. Just beautiful stuff. PMA getting so clutch. Even without a blink, he just walked over.
I definitely thought he was dead. That's so insane. That's as close as it gets, and if they get that, I mean, that's still a second life, but it's just a big deal.
You get a totally different setup for the follow-up of the fight, right? It's the fact that mid one had to use Refresher and Requiem just to stabilize the fight and get out. And it means that now that it's really starting to build up, he can't really offer much anymore. As expected, MOUZ don't really accomplish anything with a Naga death. They do place a deep ward, though. Could be sneaky with this. A very good one. But now, obviously, in these later portions of the game, this is where Nyx can really shine by finding the right moment of opportunity.
Now you find him useful?
Well, hasn't been all that much until now, but he's starting to get items.
This is what he lives for.
I was saying late game Nyx is a monster support, and we are approaching it. He's got Blink, Force, and Disc, so he should be able to get his spells off every single fight. There's no nullifier on the side of the Radiant, so it's a guaranteed proc of the Disc. Wouldn't mind seeing an Ags next. I think we're getting there, where that could be a viable option. Ags on Nyx in this game, it's insane.
Yeah.
Against that lineup, because the way the fights work, it's so they're static for a long time, you know, is what it seems like. It's not that much moving around. It's very much standing your ground, and that's where Nyx, when he's a pile of dirt, the strongest pile of dirt you'll ever see.
No doubt.
Now, surprisingly, Navi didn't end up using their Aegis at all. Didn't go for a smoke play, and it's now expiring. So that opens the door again for MOUZ to maybe find the kill onto Got the Juice to start a fight. 44-minute power rune. There's a haste. Now they smoke. Right as Aegis expires. It's a choice. Maybe they had the waves were too bad.
Got the Juice wanted a real 6th item. Now he has a full inventory.
Yep. Naga Siren scouting out.
Yeah, illusion taken out, but there's the dive from Niku, getting the Viper Strike. There's the Centaur cart onto the Dragon Knight, trying to run away. Yamich getting help from that Stampede. The zombies are continuing to chase, and a full disengage from MOUZ. It's successful.
So that was Stampede and a BKB on Pudge and a Dragon Form as an exchange for Tombstone and Flesh Golem. Well, as much as we want to theorize about that, Navi have to take out the trash waves, so they're sending heroes back anyway, and will relinquish control of the enemy triangle.
This is feeling more and more like this next Roche is going to be...
It's a game decider in this game. Yeah, it really does feel like a game decider. At 125. with the Feast of Souls grants cast speed, standard stuff on this build, of course. Anyone else 25? Morph just cracked it, so he gets the waveform cooldown. A really strong talent. Minus 40% cooldown on any ability is kind of crazy. And Dragon Knight, also 25. The Dragon Blood
The
HP
thing that does
and
nothing
armor.
when you're Viper Struck anyway, so.
Yeah, both talents
Yeah.
are useless when broken.
He's strong enough. Don't need to buff that.
What do you think about this queued up from Niku? I would actually rather see a refresher. He's queuing up a Gleipnir on the Viper.
Huh.
I think the 2 Viper Strikes and 2 BKBs, 2 Shivas are just too good. I'm generally speaking, I'm kind of hard-pressed in late-game Dota to not want refresher on almost every core. Like, the item is just insane. And when you have all of this utility and so much to offer, it does seem like a very good pickup. But he has committed for the Gleipnir, right? He bought a component, I think.
So is that for the AoE increase on Nether Toxin?
AoE increase on Nether Toxin. It's nice to keep people in place with your Shiva and everything. It's not a bad item by all means. It's strong. I think Refresher is a potential game winner for that hero. You see how the fights have gone down. He actually survives for a very long time. So if you had a secondary BKB and Force Staff, he could reposition himself and use all his stuff again.
Oh, look at this.
And breaking Dragon Knight twice back to back.
Got to deal with this top wave.
Yep.
Only 1 tier 4 remaining.
Very timid about the potential of this being a trap, so they'll let the Manta do the work.
Oh,
Okay, he'll stop controlling them. That's not going to push the wave out.
that won't. No. I mean, is there any shenanigan type deals that MOUZ can go for with if this tier 4 ends up going down to the creeps? How is there? They have the.
I mean, Dragon Knight does hit really hard, but I don't think you can just like snipe the Ancient somehow. If the Naga was on your team, you could do some interesting stuff, but not the case. Wow, another Shiva as well on Centaur. So now both teams running Shiva's guard as well. This Shiva on Centaur is actually huge for his team. It ramps up SF, it ramps up Jakiro.
This is a big rune. But Ghost is going to take it. And the smoke now. Off the back of that. Rush up in a minute and a half.
I have a little trivia question for you that I did not know the answer for now that I looked at this.
Okay.
How long do you think Shiva's lasts when you apply the damage amp on an enemy hero?
8 seconds?
16.
Oh, that's a long time.
That's crazy.
Mid one. Smoke pops. Oh, they get the Gleipnir on the 3 heroes. Nico had the vision.
Oh, that's
BKB
good.
force
That's all
from
the
Yamcha on the
BKBs.
run now. There's the horse, bringing him in the cart. The disengage successful for now on MOUZ. Do they want to re-engage? Tombstone already... Wait, was it placed?
I don't think so.
No. That's the zombie from the Mittens, I suppose.
This card has been essential for MOUZ. If
It's come a long way
If this
since it's
Axe didn't
implemented.
exist, I feel like they would have lost the game. There's been like 3 or 4 important disengages and saves coming out from Boom.
So this turns into who can get this Roche. It's up in 30 seconds.
Definitely feels like advantage Navi. Knowing the BKBs are on cooldown is a quite big deal. 45 seconds on Pudge, 45 seconds on SF. SF has Refresher, but he doesn't want to use that just to refresh BKB, so MOUZ would really like to wait half a minute.
It'll be up in time.
That depends.
You think they're going to kill in 20 seconds?
Yeah. If they're in the pit on the dot.
Okay. Well, they're smoking
Well,
up
it's
the-
also awkward with Roshan's traversal time here. He's spawning 10 seconds before 50. So yeah, they're not going to get it. They have to wait until it swaps sides, and then they can get it.
Fourth
so then
Roshan.
BKBs are available again.
You know, we should change this up. This is an idea for Valve. Instead of just saying fourth, it should be Roshan the 4th. They're descendants.
Right. Roshan Jr. and Roshan Jr. Jr. And then he should get smaller and smaller.
Yeah, that
every
makes
time.
sense.
So Roche number 6 is just like a little
A baby.
a courier, but it's equally strong. It's like a killer bunny.
That nether toxin is huge. What the hell? That Gleipnir. I didn't think it would be that big, but yeah.
It's also the 25 talent.
Oh, right.
The radius increases every 0.5. But yeah, that also obviously has synergy with Gleipnir. That is a big pool of garbage. Oh, here they come.
Yes.
Hook's gonna miss.
Going for it. There's the cart again. Eondis is gonna proc for Zayas as he's in the pit. Song of Siren gives Got the Juice all the time in the world to be able to take out Roshan. And down he goes. All the goodies going the way of Navi. And with that, MOUZ attempt another disengage. Ghost with the BKB runaway tactic. PMA catching up. He's
the
so fast
Gleipnir's
with his
huge,
zombie.
actually.
Tombstone on the cliff. Centaur stuck in a horrible spot. He's dead. No buyback for him. So 5 versus 4 for the foreseeable future, not including the Cheese, Aegis, and rest of garbage on Roshan the 4th.
All right, I take back what I said about Gleipnir. It's been really good. There's been 2 key moments back to back that Nico has been able to find where he's forcing BKBs with a Gleipnir. That is value. Navi now, for the first time in the entire game, in the gold lead.
Well, okay, yeah, now, technically.
Yeah,
But they are heavy favorites. The game looks even net worth-wise, but I put them as a heavy favorite now.
The winning expectancy has barely changed. It's really weird how... Huh, okay. I am liking their chances.
Does Gaben know something that we do not?
Gaben's gonna mess. He's gonna trip up Navi somehow. Got the juice. We'll get the Torm. For Niku.
That's a block of cheese for Zayat.
So now they have the poison attack on the Viper for pushing. That's nice if they're ever gonna reach the enemy base. It's been a while since we've been there, but we're going back.
Yeah, this Nyx is gonna be super annoying. Can you feed the block of cheese to someone? It's the same as, or is it the same interaction as cheese? Do you know?
Oh, that's a good question. I think you can. Oh wait, wait, did you say feed them the cheese?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to give it to them.
Right, the normal cheese, but is it the same for
Oh yeah,
block of cheese?
I think it has the same rules, is
Probably.
what I was saying. Yeah. You can't use it like a Lotus. That would be kind of wild, though.
Aghanim Scepter. You
There
talked
it is.
about it for Zayat.
Yeah. And since he has Aeon Disc, you saw in that previous fight, MOUZ opened on the Nyx, and he's still just guaranteed to get all his stuff off. He procs Carapace, he 4-staffs out, he uses...
Oh, spotted. Dragon Tails himself, thanks to this spike Carapace.
Oh, the hook didn't reach?
hook misses, but the cart does not, as Boom takes the dragon away. But that's still not great news for MOUZ.
Arrow
We'll be able to get
won't
the
get lucky.
Jakiro pretty easily. Viper Strike applied to mid, 1 Song of the Siren. Well, weird placement here. They're going to take the
reel him
Jakiro
in.
out. They finally get to the other side. Ghost now with the BKB and runaway tactics again. MOUZ feels like it's just constant disengage. A good hook, though, onto the high ground. Another song from Riddies. Going to try to reset
they're on
again.
the pool of gong.
Yep, Viper. BKB ends, and now the Nether Toxin is on top of everybody. Requiem doing a good amount of work for mid 1. They get the Aegis on the Morphling. They actually kill off Zayat as well. As Niku attempting to TP, he actually gets out.
Travels level 2, that's
So
a fast
now-
TP, only
that's
2
true.
seconds.
Navi now on the run after losing the Aegis, so a good defense from MOUZ.
I mean, the Dragon Knight buyback is huge, though, to force that out. It's super expensive, and it opens the door to finishing the game with another kill on him. But they did, as you say, have the refresh on Naga. They're going to have to wait for that if they want to pull the play in the same way again in 2 minutes. But since they have to wait for Nyx regardless...
Yeah, you might as well wait for tier 5.
Did he ever burrow?
I don't know.
I think buying Axe if you don't use burrow is kind of... Yeah. Do I need to elaborate? Probably not.
Oh, he used the block of cheese, too.
Yeah.
I didn't know that maintained through death. I figured it would dispel. That's
True.
interesting.
Yeah. Show up to the next fight with that 500 barrier.
Right, so MOUZ showing a little bit of life now, but yeah, like you said, the costly buyback for Ghost. And it feels like these fights, you literally just cannot fight outside of Nether Toxin. It takes up the whole screen.
Yeah.
Pretty hilarious.
And now with the Bloodstone. Yes. Big tanky. That was what I was
he got
curious.
the Zune Blood right as well, by the way, for the AoE increase on top of all that.
That was what I was curious about in this game was if Navi get later, I want to see how the Viper recovers, and we have definitely seen that. Because it's one thing for the hero to just be strong with this build if it works out, but getting there, Viper historically has a really tough time coming back from bad games. But in this one, Niku has been able to. I mean, this pool is just ridiculous. Nether Toxin. It's like at its peak, it's like 800 radius.
Quite large.
Such a reliable, low-risk way of pushing waves. And yeah, this game, 2K lead, irrelevant. It's not about gold at all now. It's about who gets the jump and who has the buys.
And who has the juice.
Yep. I know who's got it. There's, no buyback on DK as we mentioned. And Jakiro. Those are the long cooldowns. Everybody else in the game could theoretically have one. Nyx and Undying just a few hundred gold short. That effectively means Navi are playing 7 versus 5 for the next 5 minutes.
That's a big item, though.
That's a pretty important item, considering what they've been able to do so far with the cart. Having 2 of them might be crucial to a low ghost entry into fights.
I will say, you cannot use 2 at the same time.
Right.
We've established this before. In fact, you can screw over your combo by trying to do something like that. Because the hotkey becomes, or like the button, is the same placement as when you activate cart versus when you put someone in the cart.
What do you think about his 25 talent choice?
I think isn't that what you always go for?
Do you always go for that?
I think so.
Okay. I think Retaliate
does like nothing this stage of the game, it feels like. There's the cart. Easy peasy.
I mean, I would definitely lean Hoof Stomp as well. It's just the nature of the fights in this game being the way that they are. Perhaps it would... I don't know. How much does he retaliate for right now? Can you see that somewhere? No, you have to do the math yourself.
Based on his strength?
I ain't doing that.
I mean, it's based off of the wielder's strength, I believe, right? So they do have 3 strength heroes. But in my experience, Synderen, which is very vast, that talent sucks.
It's a percentage of your own strength. Not
it's based on Centaur's strength?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
45 flat plus...
Even with that, meh.
40% of your own strength.
Unless you're going against a bunch of right clickers or something.
I was just thinking against a hero like Morph, who does a lot of fast attacks, no matter who he's hitting in the fight.
It's such high armor.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably whatever. The Hoof Stomp duration is definitely, without a doubt, the stable choice. I have seen Return Aura before in pro games, though, but... Yeah, probably not good enough here.
Forcing the BKB retreats. TP's away.
Zayas will use his disc for nothing. Is this when somebody buys a TP counter or a BKB escape counter?
Yeah,
Abyssal Nyx.
Okay.
Oh, here he comes. That's
on the zombie. Niku with the dive. Very
really
strong.
fast blink there from mid one.
I mean, we're approaching 60 minutes, by the way, so tier 5 items will likely be a thing as Roshan the 5th is alive and well. Looks a lot like his ancestors, not to be racist, of course, to other Roshans. Whatever creature that is, what species it is.
Down he goes.
So got the juice with the Aegis again.
Did he still have the candy bucket?
What's that?
Did he have the candy bucket in his hand?
The Roche?
Was I seeing that right?
I wasn't watching that. All right, tier 5s. Other than Helm of the Undying, what are you looking for? Is there something that, I mean, Stygian is always something people look for.
Yeah.
spider legs depending on what hero it could be good on. I don't know if that's the case here.
Technically, this is...
Oh, boy.
That
is going to be a huge kill if they can get it, but the Centaur gets the cart in time, and a big Requiem to follow suit. That's a dead Naga Siren to start things out. They're trying to kill off the Tombstone. Big Impale onto 2 heroes, though. His mid one with another Requiem has to run away. Gets full HP thanks to the Aghanim Scepter, though. Boom, with another cart, has the Dragon inside for a second time. They lose the Pudge, does have buyback. Now Divine Rapier onto the Dragon Knight. Didn't realize that. Did he have that the whole time? Because that would have been a disastrous death.
He just bought it, I think.
But that's the double cart down. That has been the bane of Navi's existence in this game number 3.
And they still have a lot of advantages. They still have 2 cheeses, I think. No, just one cheese, 1 Aegis.
Yeah, they're going to go
and a banner.
4 buildings. Not going to bother for the tier 5s now that this opening has opened up for them. And the Viper, of course, with the Shark, can go through buildings super fast. And they're going to get minimum 2 lanes. Can they get the full Mega? 70 seconds with the Pudge, but again, he has buyback. But really, you're waiting for the Dragon Knight ult, which is 30 seconds away. If you're MOUZ, can you delay 30 seconds? Fortification. Possibly the last one of the game for MOUZ. Got the juice. Oh. Lincoln 2 actually gets hexed as well. Mid 1, looking for an opening, not able to find it. The hook is actually on Niku, but there's the Song of the Siren.
Oh,
no! See, Ghost able to get the Dragon Tail into the hoof stomp, but the grab ally saving yet another person. So many saves this game for both teams. Niku jumps out of the Tombstone thanks to yet another song. Gleipnir applied, Impale onto 2. The instant hex on the Morphling, though. They have the damage. That's number 1 life. 4 got the juice. They're going to be able to turn things around now onto Niku as well. Got the juice with the BKB. Gets the hoofs, or gets the waveform away. In fact, buyback for Niku. TP's in. He has to be careful. This would be a dieback for him. And look at their Ancient. The tier 4s finally go down. They did not deal with this top lane.
Oh, you can tell.
TP back.
MOUZ are trying to chase them and cancel TPs, but...
Yeah. So the Ancient completely exposed now. Damaged heavily.
What a critical moment for Ghost to find that Blink Dragon Tail onto the TPing Viper. Just a little bit too far away from the Naga Song, and that is a pretty major opening that they managed to get. This is not over yet. I wonder if we could get a replay of that one, because that was, without a question,
Niku! Niku! Oh, he gets out. What?
Choosing to farm here
wow.
right now without buyback is something.
That's criminal. But he gets away with it.
Yeah, he has 4.5k gold in an empty slot. Since he doesn't have buyback anyway, curious to see what he's going to pick.
But did he eat his Ags? Yeah. All right, so tier 5 items starting to come about. Desolator, or Stygian for Ghost, so a lot more minus armor to work with in conjunction with the extra attack speed and damage. We have a Book of the Dead for... Got the juice. Well, he has Titanic, which is nice. A Book of the Dead. That's not what you want to see if you're the Morphling. Niku gets the Helm of the Undying and extra cast range. So his Viper Strikes can just be used across the screen.
Yeah, Helm of the Undying is actually the dream here. When you don't have buyback and you feel like the game is going to end somewhat soon, this could make the difference. Because he's been the prioritized target for MOUZ for the most part. They've really tried to get on top of Viper in all the fights. Now he's going to have Helm of the Undying and a Heart. By the looks of it. Okay, he changed his mind. He's going Shadowblade.
I have 2 Book of the Deads actually on the Navi side, and 2 Spider Legs for both Boom and Boom and Kaori. Boom having that is huge. Be able to terrain walk, be able to get those carts, as might have some action here. Ghost with the Dragon Tail onto the Viper. That's a double. He actually gets saved in the double. No, that's Helm of the Undying. He is down and out as PMA just getting crushed by the Dragon Knight right now. Attempting to get out Zayats with a good Impale stuck inside his pile of dirt, but they get the kill on the Undying, and Zayats gets the Force Staff, but he's going to get taken out as well. That's 3 dead for Navi. What a disaster for them, as MOUZ might be able to win the game off of just 1 fight. Triple kill for Boom. we have a buyback available for Got the Juice, and that's it. So they'll have 3 members up for this incoming push from MOUZ.
Late game Dota is something else. It gets so crazy. The Rapier plus Deso on Dragon Knight, he hits insanely hard in that fight. Look at those damage numbers on the breakdown. 13,500
Oh my God.
was Ghost just going to work. They did not find the opening that they needed there for Navi, and the fight starting onto the Viper is just perfect. And I have to question, this Silver Edge, is that really what you want to go for in this game state? Wait, hang on. His Trident Ghost!
Okay,
Oh.
Ghost in a lot of trouble.
Oh
He
my
gets
God.
put inside the cart. Now right-clicking has Got the Juice, has to heal up. PMA, gonna get a hoof stomp now, and there's the Fallen Sky upon him, and that's gonna be the death of the Undying again. No way to get back in the game. Hook, gonna miss. Dragon form should be up shortly for Ghost.
Yes, buyback.
I get quite greedy. The Undying does have buyback, you're right.
That was really
3
close to
members.
killing Ghost. That was wild. If they kill him there and they
Linkings
steal
applied.
the Rapier, we're back to ground zero, but
Yeah, Dragon form in 2 seconds, and they're gonna look to finish the game here. Tombstone placed. Hex, but the Tombstone's gonna be taken out extremely fast. Look how fast he's flapping his wings as he applies all the pressure now to the Ancient. It's gonna be exposed, but he's gonna be able to get the Fortify out, but they have the damage. Double kill for Ghost as an instant. He actually rage quits on Got the Juice. Oh my goodness, he got 2-shot by this Dragon Knight. And with that, MOUZ will take it 2-1.
wow.
What the hell?
What a weird turn of events this was. Navi weathered the storm for so long and pulled back a game that was hard for them